YouTube. Here we go. Aloha and welcome everyone once again for another one of our Inspirational Team Tarot readings. My name is Brendan, aka Mystic Spider-Man. Thank you so much for joining in. As always, I am live for these Inspirational Team Tarot readings Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. EDT. And thank you guys so much for joining in. We're going to be hanging out here for the next little bit. This is a chance for us to be able to check in, to tap into source, to be able to see what messages and inspiration the universe has for us, that has for you. And yeah, just be able to build community and really see like what we can co-create here together as a team. So for those of you on YouTube, do me a favor, drop some 1111s in the chat. Let me know that you guys can hear me loud and clear. For those of you on Instagram or TikTok, jump over to YouTube, click the link in my profile, and you can join in there. And if you happen to be on Twitch, go ahead and also subscribe on Twitch. We're building our viewership on Twitch as well. I think we got 19 followers on Twitch. Yeah, like one step closer to affiliate, I think. I don't know. Maybe Carly can tell us how that works. So thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. We'll give it a few moments just to be able to make sure that we got a good amount of people ready to start off with. And we'll get into our first reading. And the way how we do this, again, the readings are available simply by tuning in. Every reading that we do is a collective reading, but you can also help support by contributing through my PayPal and also contributing to the Patreon. The Patreon is where you can sign up with a monthly contribution. When you join on there, you're also getting additional perks within the community. And yeah, we'll tell you more about that as we go. So once we got I'd probably say about even just like maybe like even like 5 or 6 people tuned in on YouTube, then we will get into our first reading. And we'll do that with a little bit of a mini game where we do like a little bit of a psychic guessing game through the chat. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I've been doing tarot for quite some time. It's always exciting to be able to hang out with you guys. So we'll build up a little bit more momentum. So if you guys want to be able to share this broadcast with your friends, please feel free to do so. And yeah, I'm creating this space to be able to help share the inspiration, to help share some positivity, to be able to help be a beacon of light in this crazy world that we live in. So again, for those of you tuned in on any platform, go ahead, drop some 1111s in the comment. Let me know that you guys are tuned in, and we'll get started with our first reading momentarily. If anybody is really feeling called to be able to kick things off with a PayPal contribution right off the start, you guys are more than welcome to be able to do so. Again, you can contribute a $5 contribution, or you can join on the Patreon. The Patreon is definitely what we encourage people to join in on, and there are there's some special offers right now on the Patreon where if you join at the $33 level on the Patreon, that's where you get the most value, which includes the option to also be able to get a complimentary Light Guardian Crystal. So if you want to join on the Patreon, you want to get a Light Guardian Crystal, which I hand make for you guys, definitely check out the $33 level if that works for you. Other than that, the $11 level is basically the regular option there as well. And one of the things you'll hear me talking about a little bit more, and we'll get into our first reading once we got a good chunk of people tuned in. And shout out to those of you on Twitch. If you guys are on Twitch, I just want to be able to make sure my chat settings are working properly, because I had some issues with that yesterday. If you guys are on Twitch, do me a favor, drop an 1111 in the chat just to make sure that you guys can hear me loud and clear. And yeah, one of the things that I want to be able to let you guys know, you'll be hearing me talk about it a bit more. Who here is interested in dreams? Who here is interested in talking about dreams, learning about dreams, developing our dream practices a little bit more? If you're interested in dreams and everything like that, just do me a favor, leave a comment in the chat. Let me know, because there's something that I want to be able to invite each and every single one of you to as well, which is going to be really exciting. So thank you again to those of you tuned in on all platforms. Again, for those of you on Twitch, please do me a favor and just leave some comments in the chat just to be able to make sure that it is working okay. Welcome to those of you on TikTok and Instagram. We're going to get into our first reading momentarily. And yeah, I feel like maybe we'll start off with the Hero's Journey deck today. So yeah, as we do this, we'll just kind of roll through things and we'll get into our first reading. And then from there, our consecutive readings after that will be as we have people signing up for the Patreon and as we have people signing up for contributing on PayPal. So on PayPal, it's a pay what you wish contribution of $5 or more. If you want to pay a little bit more, pay it forward. That's totally appreciated. Again, that helps support the time that goes into these broadcasts, the work I do for the community. And also it's helping build things for the future of what it is that I'm personally working towards, which is, yeah, being able to bring a baby into this world. And being able to bring a baby in this world is something I'm very excited to be able to do. So when you guys support on my Patreon and with PayPal, you're not just supporting me, you're supporting Lacey, you're supporting our dreams, you're supporting our livelihood, and you're supporting the work that we get to be able to share with you guys here as well. So Thank you again. Hey, Gemini Mama. Thank you for tuning in on Instagram. Thank you again to those of you on TikTok. And yeah, let's get right into our first reading. We got 3 viewers on Twitch and 3 viewers on YouTube and a handful of viewers on TikTok and on Instagram and possibly some viewers on Facebook. Again, for those of you on Twitch, I literally just want to be able to make sure that the chat's working okay. And if so, I'll make any adjustments as need be. If you guys can hear me on Twitch, if you're tuned in on Twitch, just leave an 1111, drop any sort of emoticon, let me know. And that's just to make sure that literally the chat's working yesterday. Because yesterday I had it to like a subscriber only feature and I wasn't entirely sure if it was working properly. So Carly, I'm not sure if you're tuned in, but I think you can probably comment, but I'm looking to be able to confirm that new viewers can comment as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into our first reading, and if the comments are working on Twitch, I'd love to be able to do this reading with someone from Twitch helping facilitate it. So the way how we do this, again, each and every single reading that we do, just as my own style, I don't really do this as like a fortune telling. This isn't sort of predicting the future for you or anything like that, but it is a way for us to be able to receive additional insight and inspiration to assist us on our path, to be able to give us some insights, and yeah, to be able to lead us back to the wisdom of our heart, as I like to say. So again, for those of you on Twitch, go ahead, please leave some comments just to be able to make sure that you guys can engage properly, because I'd love to be able to give you guys a chance just to be able to help facilitate with this first reading. And again, for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, go ahead and click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. And right now, for the time being, we'll get into our first reading. It looks like we'll probably be doing our first reading just for the people on YouTube right now, since that's where the most viewers are for the time being. So we'll get into our first reading and we'll just build up momentum. And again, anybody who wants to be able to contribute to the PayPal or the Patreon, go ahead and do that as soon as you're ready, and we'll keep an eye on that as well. So if you guys are tuning in on YouTube right now, just do me a favor, drop an 1111 in the chat, just to be able to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. Hey Carly, thank you so much for leaving your comments there. Yeah, doing good. I was a little bit late to the broadcast today. I had to take care of a few chores and everything like that, but nonetheless, here we are, and I'm available to be able to be on here for at least like 100 more hours, give or take. Imagine just like a 100-hour tarot stream broadcast. Should I do that sometime? Would you guys tune in? So maybe. All right, let me just check here. Perfect. All right. Okay, awesome. Okay, we got things in place, just like moving some of my windows around. All right. Cool. Yo, Rasa, welcome back. Thank you, no one. Thank you, Carly. Thank you guys for joining in. All right, we got 5 people tuned in on YouTube. Let's get right into our first reading. I appreciate you guys being here. And yeah, let's do a quick little mini game. And again, if you guys want to subscribe on Twitch, go ahead and do that. We're still working on like breaking into the Twitch tarot, kind of like community there. So any help on Twitch, just through like, I'm not sure what exactly like how Twitch works all the way, but if you guys want to jump over to Twitch and just leave some comments there, that's super appreciated. All right, let's do a quick little mini game. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to jump over to YouTube, and that's where we're going to be doing our quick mini game there. Hey, MLG Programming, thanks for joining in. Welcome. I know you're tuned in. I believe you're tuned in from the Sovereign Society, so thank you so much for jumping in. And yeah, again, the intention here is to be able to share some inspiration, to be able to hang out with the team, and I create this space just to be able to be a space where you guys can tune into, to be able to be like, man, every time I tune into the tarot, it's like good vibes and it lifts my spirit and it lifts my heart. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick a number within my head, and I'm going to tell you guys the bracket. For those of you in the YouTube, you guys are going to get a chance to be able to guess the number. The person who guesses the number first, you'll be able to help facilitate the first reading. The way how this is going to work, we'll do a little bit of a meditation. I'll prompt you through the meditation to basically say now, and at that point we'll split the deck, and so you'll be kind of like helping facilitate the reading from that perspective. And again, the reading will be not just for you but for everybody. But every time we do this, people are always just like, man, that's exactly what I need to hear. That was like really cool and on point. And again, this is just practice for me as well. So all right, if you guys are ready, let me get into this. I'll pick a number for you guys. Okay, all right, so for those of you in the YouTube chat, this is just for the YouTube chat. So right now, most of the audience is just on YouTube. So for anybody on TikTok and Instagram, if you guys want to partake in this little mini game, jump over to the YouTube, links in my profile, go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to pick a number. As soon as I tell you guys the bracket for the number, take a guess on what that number is. The first person to get it will help facilitate the first reading. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's get right into this flow. So I'm going to pick a number now. Okay. All right. The number that I am picking is a number between 80 and 100. A number between 80 and 100. So for those of you in the YouTube chat, go ahead, leave some guesses now. 3 guesses each, 1 guess at a time. Try not to spam it. And oh, do I have my slow chat turned on for YouTube? No, I don't think it is. I think it's okay. So all right, so the bracket is between 80 and 100. Yo Bartos, thank you so much for joining in. BCH, thank you so much for being here. Love being able to just like have everybody just like pop it. It's cool because there's like so many amazing people here, and I'm just like, I haven't seen you guys in a while, so it's like a little family reunion party here every time we hang out. Okay, all right, here come the numbers, and Rasta drops in a 96, and right behind that we've got MLG Pro Gaming with a solid guess of a 97. Oh, they're a little off off to the edge, but maybe they can swing it back with their second guess. Don't worry, I just sometimes I get like annoyed by my own horse racing, and I don't know, I'm just having fun with it. All right, let's keep those guesses going. So it works better when there's like a million people tuned into the chat and it's like boom 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 boom, but when there's just like a couple guesses here, that's okay. All right, go ahead, keep guessing, guys. We'll get right into this. I kept it a pretty small bracket that way so we can get into this so it doesn't take too long. So again, the bracket's between 80 and 100. For those of you on Instagram, thank you for your guesses. The guesses are right now just focus on the YouTube. So Ailnot, go ahead and join in on the YouTube. The link's in my profile. You can jump over there. Hey, Kristen, good morning. Welcome for joining. Thank you for joining in. The bracket right now for our first reading, 80 and 100. Go ahead and leave your guesses here. Ooh, 396. I like that guess. BCH Visual, there it is, 81 in the chat. Congratulations, BCH Visual, dude. Thank you so much. One of our Patreon supporters swinging in, dude. Your support over the years has been super appreciated. I know you've been following me for quite some time. You do a lot of awesome work too. Let me just post a post in the link. I want to be able to tell everybody here to go follow my buddy. Just bring it up. So this is our good buddy Bartos. Everybody go check out Bartos. Follow right now. He does a lot of graphic work and photography, and just like really brings this beautiful perspective to just the world around him. So if you guys haven't followed it, go check it out. And Bartos, thank you so much for jumping in here. Again, we're gonna get right into our first reading, but if you guys are feeling called, again, at any point, feel free to send any contributions through the PayPal or the Patreon, and that will go right into our next reading. So even if you're just like, hey, this is just a contribution, this is just a donation, if you do that, then that's like a pay it forward. And then we'll just kind of like keep doing readings for the people who follow in after you as well. So if you guys want to contribute on PayPal, that's one way to do it. Of course, if you guys want to contribute on the Patreon, that's the preferred. Since we're working on our Patreon goal of 111, my overall goal is literally to reach like 200 on Patreon before the baby comes. Like that's literally my goal. Like before the baby comes, I have 200 on Patreon. And with that support, you guys are not only supporting me, you're supporting Lacey, you're supporting the family, and then as we have that support, basically it will be a way for Lacey to just not have to focus on work. And the other thing I was going to mention, I was asking you guys about dreams, and Bartos, we're going to get right into that first reading. For those Patreon supporters, Lacey and I are actually going to be hosting a very special Mystic and Druid dream discussion, and that's happening twice a month. And the first one coming up is on September 11th, Saturday at 11 a.m. EDT. So for Patreon supporters, if you guys want to join in for that, you're more than welcome to. And for those of you not on the Patreon, I hope that's a little incentive for you to be able to say like, you know what, maybe I do want to join on the Patreon. So Bartos, let's get right into this first reading, and let's use the Hero's Journey deck, since this is just kind of like the preliminary reading. So for this reading, Bartos, and for everybody here, I'll just invite you to get into a little bit of a meditation, and we'll keep an eye on contributions through PayPal and Patreon. Again, if you guys just want to contribute there for a reading yourself, or just kind of be able to pay it forward, it's all super appreciated. So all right, and with that said, I actually just did I think Bartos, did you just contribute to the PayPal? I know it's like sometimes the or who I apologize for asking, because like the names aren't always consistent between the PayPal. If you just contribute to the PayPal, please go ahead and let me know, and then that way we can get the reading for you after this one. So Bartos, thank you so much again just for being here, for being a Patreon supporter, and let's get right into this first reading. And again, whoever just contributed to the PayPal, thank you, and let's get into this first reading, and then that next reading will either be, if it was Bartos, then it will just be a pay it forward. If it was somebody else, it'll be for them. So all right, first reading, here we go. I'll just invite everybody to just get into a little bit of a meditation. I love you guys so much. Thank you again. We'll be here for quite a while today. And our goal for today. Oh, Kristen, you just contributed. Oh, Kristen, thanks. Okay, thank you, Kristen. Appreciate it. Kristen, another one of our Patreon supporters. And with that, we'll continue to just kind of like pay it forward with the readings. So that will pay it forward for at least a couple more readings after this. And we'll still work towards getting the Patreon signups. I'd love to get 2 Patreon signups today. I think that's a humble goal. Let's get 2 Patreon signups today, or Patreon upgrades. I mentioned before, if you're on Patreon, there's a special offer at the $33 level where I'm also giving Light Guardian crystals, just pay shipping at the $33 level. So that's an extra incentive there. So if you're on the Patreon or not on the Patreon, you want to upgrade to the 33, that's like the best offer there as well. Okay, let's get right into this first reading. Bartos, just let me know that you're ready. This deck that we're using, so I use tarot and I use oracle decks. So this deck that we're using is actually the Hero's Journey deck. So, and once I get to, I think like 150 on Patreon, I'm gonna buy a new deck. Like that's like a little gift for myself there. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna do a quick little meditation. Bartos, just confirm that we're ready. And for everybody here, I just invite you to join in and we'll set the intention. Show us what we need to see. And with this, again, this reading will be for anybody who happens to be tuned in here as well. So, all right. And I appreciate you guys just leaving comments for each other in the chat. Okay, all right. Okay, here we go. Let's get right into this. So Bartos, assuming you're ready. All right, here we go. Okay, so for everybody here, this is where just arriving to the space of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, gratitude for the messages we are here to receive, gratitude for this community, gratitude for this space. And for Bartos and for everybody, take a moment here to focus your attention on the intention. Show us what we need to see. Show us what we need to see for the individual, for the collective, for the community. And as you focus on this intention, speak it with your heart, speak it with your mind, speak it with your words, speak it with your soul. And so for Bartos and for everybody here, just continue to breathe. Focusing on this intention, and Bartos, listening to your intuition. Take a few more breaths, and when you're ready, type now into the chat, and then that's when we'll split the deck. For everybody else, gently open your eyes and feel free to type your wizard noises in the chat. So do you feel the magic in the air? Are you ready to wave your arms like you just don't care? And as we move into this moment for us to truly see what magic the cards will reveal to you and me, as BCH types now into the chat, we shall split the deck and see what message the universe has. So beautiful. All right, Bartos, thank you so much for joining in and for adding your support. Let's get right into this first reading. And I appreciate everybody just being here. And yeah, our first card for today. Oh, beautiful. Oh, here's a good one. I like this card. Okay, our first card for today is card number 38. You've won the lottery. Make room for wonderment. Card number 38. You've won the lottery. Make room for wonderment. So MLG, I see you asking for where you can get the Light Guardian crystals. They are available on my shop. I'll just post a link in the for the shop there as well. So and thanks, Kristen, as well. I'll post the direct link for the shop. And again, for the Patreon supporters, whoops, let me type that again. I'll get right into this, 2 seconds. For the Patreon supporters, you guys also get discounts for the item shop. So quest item shop. Does that work? There we go. Does that work? I think that's the right link. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So MLG, that's the link there. And yeah, if you want to get a discount code, that's available for Patreon supporters. Even if you just send me a direct message, you guys are cool, so I can send you a discount code. Just as gratitude as well. And then if you want to join the Patreon later, that's fine. All right, let's get right into this first reading. We got a few more readings to go after this. And thank you guys so much. Let's work towards that goal on Patreon, 111. But before we get there, let's work on at least just getting 2 Patreon signups today. The Patreon numbers kind of fluctuate. We're at the start of the month. So like yesterday it was like 101, but that's because like the cards are processing still. So that's why there's a bit of a dip, but we're going to keep moving forward with this momentum. So, all right. If you're tuned in, this card is for you. Yo, John, thanks for joining in, dude. Again, for those of you on TikTok or Instagram, click the link in my profile, tune in on YouTube. That's where the rest of the team is. And that's where you can get like the front camera. So, all right. Okay. All right, so just visually looking at this card, again, if you're here, this message is for you. So just explaining the card visually, what do we got here? This beautiful, beautiful image. It appears to be like a female form, and again, just kind of like radiating this beautiful glow. Again, the card is called You've Won the Lottery. So you can just kind of see this like this incredible like magical energy just emanating from this individual. Again, with this, you can see all the colors just kind of like coming off. It's basically like their dress. Their dress is like this like rainbow dress. Again, I'm just explaining it literally. This is literally obviously just the literal explanation of it. And they have like their head kind of back. They're like, yes, I've won the lottery, so to speak. But again, we'll dive into it a little bit deeper because obviously when we're talking about the lottery in this case, I think it's I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure it's a metaphor. So okay, let's dive in deeper. Again, if you guys are here, this card is for you. If anything I say resonates, drop an 1111 in the chat. And as we do this, just continue to just open your heart and just kind of like receive this as a meditation. So all right, we'll keep an eye open on any contributions through PayPal and Patreon as we go. Butterfly, thank you so much for joining in. Stefano, thank you for joining in. And yeah, let's dive deeper. So this is where like the ASMR part comes in. So allow yourself to even just close your eyes as you listen. If you're here, this message is for you. Card number 38. You've won the lottery. Make room for wonderment. This is a quote by Melody Beattie. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, and confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, and a stranger into a friend. Message. If you think about it, you have an unending list of things for which to be grateful for. In fact, if you could really see, you'd fall to your knees in absolute wonderment at the blessings in your life. The secret to having more isn't in strategizing on how to get the green grass on the other side of the fence. Radical gratitude is about beholding the miracle of the grass growing on your side of the fence. To rise to a higher level, you may even add your challenges and struggles to your gratitude list. Very powerful. With radical gratitude, you realize you are more abundant than you ever could have imagined. You have already won the lottery. You may have thought radical gratitude would be a threat to your ambition, a bucket of ice on your fire to achieve more. This is not so. Gratitude is magnetic. It will bring you the best things in life and give you even more to be grateful for, in a never-ending upward spiral of awe. Again, if anything I say resonates, drop those 1111s in the chat. Dream symbol, a windfall. Dreams of winning the lottery are a sign that you've struck it rich. See this dream as positive reinforcement, a reward that you are on the right track. Your lottery dream is an energetic reminder that your life is a mountain of priceless gifts that will make a lifetime unwrap. Get ready, as abundance consciousness will attract even more blessings into your life. Mantra, I am an attractor beam, magnetic to the best things in life. Beautiful. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this card. This is where, for my end of things, I just kind of like practice channeling. I'm like, what does the universe want to say through me in this moment? Yo, Mason, what's up? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you again, everybody, for joining in. And if you guys have any general questions about the Patreon or the PayPal, just let me know and we'll answer those as we go. So let's dive a little bit deeper. After this reading, we're going to get right into the next one. Kristen, if you want to help facilitate the next one, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, let's just bring forth the wisdom of this card. So this card is a really exciting card. I definitely resonate with this card. You know, even for myself, like being able to work towards these goals for my Patreon, for example. It has to, for me, it happens in its highest excitement when I'm allowed to just be able to be with the gratitude that is already here. Instead of being like, oh, like, look how far away I am from my goal. Instead, it's able to be able to say, like, you know what? Even in this moment, there are things that I can be grateful for. Even in the midst of maybe not even the best day, can I still find gratitude? And gratitude is one of those things where just by being able to practice radical gratitude, it's not something that you literally have to kind of like wear as a mask in sort of like a fake way. Like, I don't think radical gratitude literally has to be hand in hand with this idea of like constantly being happy. Like, you can be sad and grateful at the same time. Like, that's okay. I think there's actually, hey Pisces, thank you so much for joining in. I think there's actually kind of like this kind of like misconception that gratitude is like, hey, I'm happy and everything like that. Like, gratitude can also be moments where it's like, you know what, like maybe today isn't the best day, but I'm still grateful. I'm still grateful for the little things I have. I'm still grateful for the friends and the family, and I'm grateful for the memories, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to know that there is more to be able to look forward to. Like, can you be grateful for things that have yet to come? Can you be grateful for things that have already been? Gratitude is one of these things that really does expand beyond the present moment. And so, you know, I invite each of us to really take those moments to not only be grateful for what's already here and now, but to use gratitude as a way to be able to kind of like traverse your timeline and just kind of look back. You know, when was the last time that you just took an opportunity to really meditate and be like, you know, like, what happened in the last month that I'm grateful for? What happened in the last 5 months that I'm grateful for? What happened in the last year that I'm grateful for? And then even still, you know, it's kind of like this idea of what's moving into the future that I can be grateful for, even if it's just a prospect. And so again, with this, you know, I think with the idea of the lottery, you've won the lottery. That's also being able to open up to the idea that simply by incarnating here into this existence, you've already won. This life is a gift. And I bring in this notion that, you know, like here within this reality, and again, not to say this reality, like this reality has its highs and its lows, absolutely, but when it's in its when we allow ourselves to be in the places where, you know, we're able to tap into sovereignty and we're able to tap into moments of peace and joy, this reality is winning the lottery. Like, oh, you've been born into this reality, congratulations, you've won. Now again, relatively speaking, because I know that's hard to be able to comprehend when you look at certain circumstances in the world, and obviously people are less fortunate than us. And so therefore, I think what's really important with this idea, it's not just to be able to reflect on the fact that congratulations, you've won the lottery, keep it all to yourself. What we need to be able to do, especially, you know, talking to the people here within this community, is to be able to recognize the places within our life that we are grateful, and then go out of our way to be able to bring more of that currency into the life of others. You know, currency, literally a current of energy. So there are other people that, you know, maybe they haven't won the lottery, so to speak, you know, in a metaphorical, emotional way. So how can we share that wealth, right? Like, imagine you literally won the physical lottery. What would you do? You know, you'd probably take care of yourself, but then your immediate instinct would be, I'm going to take care of my friends, I'm going to take care of my family, I want to take care of my community, I want to be able to pay this forward. And I think that says a lot about all the people who are tuned into this, to know that, you know, when we understand that wealth is something that should be shared, not just accumulated for ourselves. And even for myself, you know, like with this idea of building my Patreon and everything like that, like, yeah, it's money and stuff like that, but it's not like the idea of being able to build like something that we relate to as like physical currency. From my perspective, it's also being able to open up new potentials for the ways that I can help other people. And in this case, you know, it's also being able to open up the ways that I can help my family, to help, again, my future star baby that's on its way and everything like that. So when we allow ourselves to approach this place of gratitude and this ambition for winning the lottery, check in with your heart. Are you doing it because it's something that your ego is like super just like attached to? Or is it something that you are doing because you want to be able to acquire, be it a physical, a monetary, an emotional space, a gift of some sort, to be able to share with others? Hey, Idra, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I know there's 5 people tuned in on Instagram. If you guys want to jump over to YouTube, go ahead and do that. There's a big party on YouTube right now. Just click the link in my profile. We'll talk about this for a little bit more, and then we'll get right into our next reading. Hey, Annabella, thank you so much for joining in. So again, with this card, you know, like, what does winning the lottery mean to you? I'm asking you guys, like, opening up this into a bit of a discussion. Like, to you, what does winning the lottery mean? And so it's interesting because even like the concept of winning the lottery, it's like as if like there's a possibility that you might not win. But I think the idea is being able to is to be able to understand that you win the lottery by realizing that it's a choice, that the process of winning the lottery is actually the process of changing the way you think of things, and what may be the lottery to one person may not be the lottery to another person. You know, you look at some people, who literally are like incredibly wealthy, incredibly rich, and yet their soul is quite unhappy, and things like that. So, the lottery that we recognize is really a metaphor for being able to recognize it as a state of gratitude where we are now, a gratitude of being able to be where you are now, like Ram Dass, like, be here now, be where you are, and practice looking for gratitude each and every single day, being able to reflect on gratitude, like literally just like the other day I woke up in my bed and I'm just like, wow, you know what, like, my life is really beautiful right now. And I think even in the state of the world right now, you look outside and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. One of the most important things that we can do is to be able to cultivate this love within our hearts and to be able to really, really embody it. I was talking to somebody about this earlier today where, in this crazy world that we are in, there's this whole idea of just kind of like this fear that's kind of like encroaching in on us. And we have to remember that this battle isn't just external. This battle is actually an internal thing. And even for myself, I've made a promise to myself that within my family and within, like people that I care about, even if I don't fully agree with them, I have made a promise to like basically like not allow myself unconsciously to get sucked into this place where I'm like getting into a heated argument where I'm basically like, I can't stand you anymore, I can't talk to you anymore, and instead be able to kind of neutralize and alchemize things and to be able to continue to hold that love in your heart. Because when you allow that fear to kind of encroach on you, that's where it takes away your lottery. It takes away what you already have. It takes away your power. So the lottery that we are recognizing is our birthright. It is our ability to alchemize. It is our ability to be able to continue to hold not just gratitude, but literally to be beacons of love. And then when we do that, that allows us to continue to share that with others, like quite literally, right? So what we can do, yo, Joshua, thanks for joining in, dude. Again, for those of you on Instagram, join in on YouTube, links in my profile, the rest of the team's on YouTube. So again, for each and every single one of us, see this as a call to action. You've won the lottery. Like, it's not like you will win the lottery. You've won the lottery. And you know what? You're going to win more, and you're going to win more, and you're going to win more, and you're going to win more. And it might not literally be, again, like what we relate to as this monetary thing. Winning the lottery can be something very subjective to you. It can literally be like going out for a walk and finding a beautiful flower and smelling it. Like, imagine if you literally hyped yourself up that much where you just get freaking jazzed up about the littlest things in a way that's genuine. Be like, oh, I'm eating food on my plate? Dude, I freaking won the lottery today. Like, oh, I get to take a shower? Oh my God, like, this is amazing. Like, this is the gift. This is the joy. This is the excitement. So when we constantly distract ourselves with this idea of what we don't have, it really takes us away from the gift and the joy and the lotteriness of what's already here. So again, with this card, again, it's really inviting us into the present moment, but I like this idea that it's like also like make room for wonderment. Because when you allow yourself to open up into this space of gratitude, going into basic law of attraction, I'll just say here and then we'll wrap this up. I gotta save my energy for the other readings. And again, we'll keep an eye on the Patreon and the PayPal. So anybody who wants to contribute on the Patreon and the PayPal, go ahead and do that now as we just kind of like move things forward. I'll post the links there in a second. But again, I like this idea of like make room for wonderment. So when you think about it, like, what's preventing wonderment to be able to enter into your life? Oftentimes, it's kind of like attachment to fear and attachment to lack. And it's not to say that fear is something that is a wrong thing. Oftentimes, like, fear can actually propel us. Fear can motivate us. The fear of not being able to provide for my family, like, that's not even like, call it a fear, but it's just like a reality. But it's also like something that, and whether this is me talking personally, just for anybody, that can propel you. That can be able to say, like, you know what, you gotta, like, something's got to be done. Let's move things forward, and let's practice aligning ourselves with this connection to the idea that what it is that we're striving for is already coming to us. And so I'll just say this, where when it comes to manifesting more things into your life, it's not this idea of just kind of like chasing the dream out of fear, but it's really about being able to change your frequency here and now, and then when you are ready, it will arrive. So for me, again, with the Patreon goal, like even just right now in this broadcast, I am attuning my frequency to the idea of like getting 2 Patreon signups today. I feel it. I feel the excitement of it. And then tomorrow we'll do it again, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again. You guys just watch. You turn in here again enough and enough, and I guarantee you this Patreon will be at 200 eventually, through brute manifesting. But also, again, I mean, the fact that you guys help make it possible is absolutely a big part of it. But just for each and every single one of us, again, I think manifestation is a very particular, very personal thing. But I think with this card, it's important to be able to really just reflect on the idea that there is so much awe and wonder within our life right here and now. And don't let the prospect of what it is that we don't have and what it is that we're longing for in the future keep us away from being able to really connect with where we are here and now. And when we do that, that's where we win. Like, that's where we win. That's where we win, right? We win by being able to connect with the magic and the gift and the gold and the treasure and the lottery of where we already are right now. Yo, Pleiades, thank you so much for joining in, dude. So again, with this card, I just want to be able to invite everyone to be able to really just see this as a call to action, to cultivate the lotteriness within your own reality through the cultivation of joy and excitement and gratitude, and then share it. Literally share it. Literally just like bring it in to the realities of those around you as you share. You have won this lottery. How can we bring it into the reality of others? We bring it through compassion. We bring it into our conversations. We bring it into our art. We bring it into our content on social media. Whatever the case may be, you're not just here to win the lottery. You're here to cultivate the lottery that's already inside of you, and then to be able to share that with others. So let's move into a quick little affirmation for this. We got about 12 people tuned in on YouTube right now. 2 people tuned in on Instagram. It's great to see the family here. And for those of you here, write out a little affirmation based on what this card means to you. So take an opportunity here to just be able to reflect. What does winning the lottery mean to you? Or what does the message of this card mean to you? What does like, again, reflecting. To rise to a higher level, you may even add your challenges and struggles to your gratitude list. That is like the biggest thing, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If you can allow yourself to really just have that mindset and that mantra of thank you for helping me, and apply that to not just like the people that have like literally helped you, but also to your challenges, game changer. You look back on that relationship that wasn't the best relationship, and you look back on it, and from a deep place within your heart, you say, thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me learn. Thank you for helping me see my own worth. Thank you for helping me set my boundaries. Thank you for helping me become more sovereign. Any sort of challenge that you have within your life, you have the option, the choice to literally look back on it with gratitude. And so that little mantra, thank you for helping me, has been a big game changer for me. And again, as we do that, that in itself is like what opens up like more possibility for more things that are coming your way. So you receive what you are. You receive what you are ready to receive. So, all right. Leave a little message related to, write a little affirmation based on the message here, how it resonates with you. And as you do this, just allow yourself to be able to reflect and share it into the chat. So for me, a little affirmation, like an I am or we are. I am continuing to bring more awareness each and every single day to the things in my life that I have already won, that I have already received, that I am incredibly grateful for. And as I do this, I open myself up to the wonderment of the gifts still to come. So I continue to cultivate them to share with others. Go ahead, write out a little affirmation or just reflect on it within your hearts. And card number 38, you've won the lottery. So I hope in me sharing that with you guys, I hope it just kind of, something from that just gave you guys a little boost within your spirit, within your soul. Be like, let's do it. Let's go out there. Let's shift these paradigms. Let's change this world. Let's be grateful. So if that resonated with you, drop some 11s in the chat. Type out any affirmations as well, and we'll read those as well. Pinox, Kristen, one of our Patreon supporters, I am grateful for the healing transformation of blessing in the unknown. We are willing the lottery of love and abundance in connection. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. All right, go ahead and write down any other affirmations. I'm just typing. I want to type something out into the chat here. Okay. Want to see, does this work? Uh, 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 uh. Well, I'm just typing into the chat. That's why I went quiet for a second. Okay, I'm posting a poll into the comment in the chat. I'll read some of the affirmations here into the chat. Bartos, thank you again so much, dude. Your support over the years has been amazing. Again, for those of you in the chat, go ahead and connect with Bartos, one of our Patreon supporters as well. And okay, I'm asking a quick comment, and I'll post a link for the Instagram in the chat in 2 seconds. I'm posting a comment into the chat. My comment into it's a poll. I don't usually use the polls. I'm just like, oh, I should try to use this. My poll is, would you guys like to join Lacey and mine's bi-monthly dream class by joining on Patreon for $11 a month? I'm literally just doing a survey. I'm curious. So go ahead and answer that survey. Does it show up? Does the survey show up? Does it work like that? Did it work? Oh, there's the survey. Oh, cool. I've literally never used polls within YouTube Live before. That's kind of cool. Go ahead and hit a button there. And if you guys are already signed up for the Patreon, you guys are already synced up with it. Again, if you're not signed up for the Patreon, you guys can definitely make that jump. And yeah, I'll not thank you again for your comments. Again, my focus right now is on the YouTube, so I haven't been able to read all your comments coming in. But again, for those of you on Instagram, go ahead and jump over to my YouTube, click the link in my profile, and that's where the primary chat is as well. So, and again, for those of you on all platforms, appreciate you guys being here. Reading some of the comments in the chat. Bartos, thank you, brother, for this reading. Bartos, thank you as well, man. Super appreciate you having being here. Pisces says, I alchemize the love and abundance in my life. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Awesome. All right, team. Any other affirmations, go ahead and leave those into the chat. Kristen, if you're sticking around, we can have you facilitate the help facilitate the next reading by at least picking the deck, and then we'll get right into it. And excuse me. Again, as we do this, I'm just going to post a link for the PayPal and the Patreon. Let's work on getting 2 Patreon signups for today. Again, if anybody wants to be able to sign up for the $33 level on the Patreon, that's the best offer. If you're in a situation where $33 a month works for you, then that's where you can also get a light guardian crystal as an optional gift, and that would just be a additional pay shipping on top of that. But again, the light guardian crystals, these are handmade tools to be able to help assist you with a shift in consciousness. They're tools and talismans made by Merlin himself or something like that. So again, if you guys want to join on the Patreon, definitely go ahead and do that, and we'll cue you in for next reading. And also, so again, at the $33 level on Patreon, that's where you get a monthly session with me, access to all the private events that we do, access to our dream class that me and Lacey are going to be starting soon, and the option to be able to get the light guardian crystal there as well. So thank you to our recent Patreon supporters. Thank you to Christine. Thank you to Rasta. And thank you to Amanda as well. And Christine actually signed up on the $33 level yesterday, so that was awesome. So all right, Kristen, let me know if you're ready. Let's get right into this next reading, and then after that, we'll keep an eye open on some additional signups there as well. And shout out to those of you on all platforms. We got 10 people tuned in on YouTube, 1 person tuned in on Twitch. I'm still trying to like go viral on Twitch. I mean, not viral. I'm still just trying to like land on Twitch. Is my Twitch working properly? Is it glitchy? I'm not 100% sure. It looked like the feed was kind of glitchy there for a second. So. All right. Yeah, Kristen, if you want to forward your reading to have somebody else help facilitate, that's totally cool. So MLG Pro Gaming, Kristen was just offering you a reading there. So if you want to be able to help facilitate that, go ahead. Again, the way how we would do that was basically just like you kind of like being able to pick the moment that we draw the card through the meditation. So but we'll do the meditation together as a team. Again, for those of you here, I'm going to be doing these tarot live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. EDT, as we work towards our Patreon goal. So if you guys want to join on the Patreon, go ahead and do that. Again, if you guys are already signed up for the Patreon, drop a 777 in the chat. If you guys are thinking of joining the Patreon or even upgrading your Patreon, drop a 555 in the chat. And thank you again, everyone, just for your feedback there. And yeah, super excited to just be able to welcome more people into the space, into the community. If you guys want to be able to connect further with what it is that we also do in the community, then be sure to connect to our Discord server. I'm in the process of doing a few upgrades there, but I'll post a link for the Discord here as well. So we'll just take a quick intermission, and then we'll get right into our next reading. So ba 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 da 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 ba ba da ba ba da 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 da. One second, I'm just typing. Okay. Awesome. For those of you on TikTok or Instagram, click the link in my profile, join in on YouTube. So we had an awesome discussion yesterday on what does being sovereign mean to you. I would recommend you guys go check that out. Recordings on my YouTube channel and on Spotify Paradigm Shift Radio. Okay. All right, so again, I'm just posting links for the Discord if anybody here wanted to be able to join in for that. If you guys haven't yet. Cool. All right, MLG, you're going to help facilitate the next reading. Kristen, thank you again for forwarding that contribution. Again, so we'll do this next one, and then Kristen contributed $10 on Patreon. Sorry, $10 on PayPal. So that can give us at least like 2 more readings. Again, we do the readings like super affordable. So like $5 per reading is super affordable. And Kristen did 2 there. So we'll do this one, then we'll do another one, and then after that, again, we'll be working towards being able to get additional contributions and even a Patreon sign up for the next reading as well. And again, if you guys want to do any individual readings with me, I do those at about $30 a pop. And you guys can just send me a direct message on Instagram as well. And my Twitch, I'll post a link for my Twitch. And we'll get right into the next reading. And if you guys even want to like post your own handles for your stuff, please, by all means, this is a place to network. So just type your like @ and then your Instagrams as well. So I'll post Kristen's in there. So because Kristen does tarot as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be upgrading the Discord. Like speaking to our Paradigm Shift members, I'm gonna be upgrading the Discord a bit. And like one of the things I want to do is like create like a specific channel like for tarot broadcasts. So like when you guys are doing tarot broadcasts, I want to be able to like make it easy for other people to be able to see that and to get familiar with your schedules. All right, let's do the Lightworker Oracle deck for this one. I know Kristen chose that one, and we did the Hero's Journey deck first. Let's use the Lightworker Oracle deck. So MLG, if you're ready, just let me know. The way how this is going to work, we're just going to do a quick little meditation. And then as we do this, we're going to drop into our heart space and focus on the intention, show us what we need to see. And then as we do that, I'll lead you through this. And then MLG, I'll prompt you to, when you're ready, type now into the chat, and then at that point we'll split the deck. And so it'll be on your prompt that we're splitting the deck. Thank you again to those of you on Twitch. If you guys are on Twitch, do me a favor, just leave a comment in the chat. I'm still just looking to confirm that the chat's working properly on Twitch. Thank you so much for joining in. And if you guys want to jump over to YouTube, you're more than welcome to be able to do that as well. So cool. All right. For those of you on Instagram, again, go ahead and click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. So, okay. All right, MLG, you're ready? Confirming you're ready? Okay, let's get into this. It's pretty straightforward. We'll guide you through it. No rush either way. So, all right. So for everybody here, just inviting you into a quick moment of meditation, and we'll focus on the intention, show us what we need to see. So for everybody here, when you're ready, just go ahead and gently close your eyes. And as you close your eyes here, just allowing yourself to breathe, soft, gentle inhales, soft, gentle exhales. Just take this moment to be able to be in this space of gratitude for yourself, gratitude for the messages we're about to receive, gratitude for the space and the community. And for MLG and for everybody here, just taking this moment to be able to focus on the intention, show us what we need to see. We being the individual, we being the community, we being the collective. And so just continue to focus on this intention. Speak with your heart, speak with your mind, speak with your words, speak with your soul. MLG, take a few more breaths here. And when you're ready, listening to your intuition, type now into the chat and we will split the deck. For everybody else, Gently breathe here, open your eyes, and feel free to type your wizard noises in the chat. So here we go. So go ahead and type now into the chat again. I think you typed it a little bit earlier on that one, MLG. So just breathe here. As time continues to unfold down the stream, we will continue to awaken here within the dream. My fellow wizards and mystics and elves of all kind, may we continue to allow ourselves to change this world through magic and through rhyme. And so here, as we allow ourselves to truly see, as MLG types now into the chat, we will see what message the universe has for you and for me. All right, so the card that we have been given for today for this next reading, again, thank you to Kristen who forwarded this reading with a PayPal contribution, and with MLG helping facilitate. The next reading that we have put into it is card number 36, Reassurance of the Golden Light. Card number 36, Reassurance of the Golden Light. Quick note, for those of you on YouTube right now, can you guys do me a favor and jump over to TikTok and like the video? I'm not sure if that actually makes it. I think it makes a difference. Can you guys just smash the like button a bit? Because I feel like that will actually, right now, no one's tuned in on TikTok. I don't know why. But I think it's based on likes. So if you guys jump over to TikTok, if we can gather a small squad to like my live on TikTok, that might help invite more people to tune in. And then you can jump back over to YouTube. So, all right. So again, if you're here, this message is for you. Let's keep an eye open for any additional contributions through PayPal and through Patreon. We'll do this one, and then we'll get right into another one after this. And then after that, we'll make the readings available based on a contribution from there. So just taking an opportunity here to really just be able to visually explain what we have here. And again, for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful image here. You can see this this very feminine form, but also quite androgynous, with their hands just kind of praying towards the sky, and this very multi-dimensional, higher dimensional being just kind of just expanding across the heavens. And you can see there's this beautiful, again, I'm just explaining it literally, this beautiful crown aura all across the back of the sky, and just this beautiful, soft, gentle feeling to this person's face. And even when you look at this card, what does it make you feel? What emotions do you relate to this card? For those of you in the chat, feel free to leave those into the chat as well. And seeing those likes getting dropped on the oh, there we go, we got 69 likes now. Honestly, I think it will help, so if you guys just keep smashing that for a bit, that'd be appreciated. And yeah, we can see this is a beautiful, beautiful image. There's not too much more to say about it. Beautiful colors there. And let's get right into reading this one, and from there we'll just keep moving forward. All right, I think it's working, guys. I think it's working on TikTok. I appreciate it, you guys. You guys are the best. Everybody here, go follow Pisces Psyche on Instagram. And who else is in the TikTok? Somebody else is in the TikTok. I can't see. All right, let's dive a little bit deeper. For everybody here, this message is for you. Thank you again, Kristen. Thank you again, everyone. And yeah, just allow yourself to open your heart, and let's see what message this card has for us. So, card number 36, Reassurance of the Golden Light. The golden light comes to you as a gift of grace and reassurance. It is an embrace from the universe, an expression of divine comfort, and a sign of hope. When the golden light appears, it is a sign that everything in your life, even the most troubling matters, is going to work out perfectly. They are held in the graceful hand of the divine, and will be resolved more swiftly and beautifully than you might expect. The golden light is a very real phenomenon. Although you may only perceive it when you are particularly relaxed and your clairvoyance is already developed. However, whether you see it physically or not, it is real and powerful. If you could see it clairvoyantly, it would look similar to the golden rays of a setting sun. The same warmth, loving glow is cast over your heart and mind when the golden light is shining upon you. If you are in a room when it comes upon you, you will wonder if a light has been switched, as the glow is as noticeable as if a lamp had been placed in your room, its warmth illuminating the space. In truth, grace and divine assistance are always there for the asking. But there are times when we are in need of extra support. During such times, ironically, we forget to ask for help. I'm going to reread that sentence again because I think it's somewhat important. Hey, Justine. Yo, we got the whole Ascended crew in here. That's awesome. Hey, Lazy Herbalist. Thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate you guys being here. If you guys keep smashing the like on the TikTok, maybe it helps other people tune in. I'm not exactly sure how TikTok works these days, but honestly, you guys make it possible. Thank you so much. All right, let me okay, drop an 1111 if you guys can resonate with this, because I feel this is like calling us out. In truth, grace and divine assistance are always there for the asking, but there are times when we need extra support. This part right here. During such times, ironically, we can forget to ask for help. You guys relate to that? Perhaps you are struggling with a particularly difficult time in an initiation or a challenging choice lies before you. Or maybe you have taken a leap and just need to know that you are doing the right thing, and somehow, even though you don't feel in control of what is happening, it is going to work out. When the golden light is given to you, it is freely done so, as a gift from the heart of the universe. It is letting you know that you are a child of the universe, and you are dearly loved. It is reminding you that on the path, the struggle to continue with trust, patience, faith, and courage can seem almost overwhelming. However, the universe is with you, supporting, loving, and believing in you every step of the way. You are not alone. You are never forgotten. You are always loved and encouraged to take your journey. You are reminded that the universe is smiling upon you. There are times when you call upon the golden light because you know that you are in need of that loving consciousness, and it is appropriate that you do this. You can use the invocation below, which I'll read later. There are times, however, when you will just feel, sense, or know that the golden light is being given to you as spiritual gift from the universe. Such is the case now, as you have been drawn to this oracle. You are being asked to just feel peace. Trust, know that everything is working out perfectly and you don't have to worry. Even though you don't know why you should possibly feel that way. The golden light is wisdom and love. It knows, and sometimes that's all you need to know in order to be at peace. Beautiful, beautiful card. There's an invocation here which I'll read in the next little bit. Let's dive a little bit deeper. TikTok crew, you guys are rocking it. We're at 1.2k likes on TikTok, I guess. Does that mean anything? I don't even know, man. And you guys talk about this card, have a conversation about this. Let me know how it relates to you. So absolutely, just seeing you guys comment on TikTok right now, it's definitely easier knowing you will be received with love. And Justine said, we are so divinely loved and protected and supported. Pisces said, I learned how to accept support this weekend in a new way. And asking for help doesn't have to be hard, says Justine. So, yes. So again, let's dive a little bit deeper into this card. This is a very, very, very powerful card to be able to receive, especially at this time. And I'm sure all of us are going to relate to it in different ways. And you can take this very metaphorically or very literally. But, you know, I think within this reality, we kind of come into it. And oftentimes the light is kind of hidden within illusion. Because if it was obvious that we were just like constantly in this place of support, it would probably change the way we go about the story. I think in a lot of cases, you know, our journey in this life is this journey of remembering and forgetting, remembering and forgetting, remembering and forgetting. And when we are in this space of remembering, you know, it's literally being able to kind of like remember that our state of being is ecstatic love, that our state of being is bliss. Like, this is where we come from. This is where we are born from. This is like what we are at the heart of our being. And yet when we come into this life, you know, we have basically moments where things just kind of get covered up by dirt, get covered up by mud. But that doesn't mean that the light is not shining. It just means that there's like something in between us and it that we may not be able to perceive it through. And so oftentimes that block between ourself and receiving what is referred to as the reassurance of the golden light can literally be a belief. It can be a circumstance. It can be an emotional blockage. It can be somebody else kind of like, just like teaching us, like convincing us that that there's something in our way. And so with this card, even for just everybody here, I actually feel called to even just kind of like practice leading everybody into just like a little moment where we really just practice kind of like visualizing in our heart this connection to this golden light. And what does this connection to this golden light mean to you? When you think of this golden light, it's kind of like your personal connection to God, your personal connection to the divine, your personal connection to this knowing that like you are supported, like you are being held by this cosmic mother at all times. Yet again, in order to be able to go through the lessons in life, we have to kind of go through the illusion of feeling like we're separate in order to turn back and find how to be able to return ourselves back to oneness and wholeness. And so one of the things that's very powerful about this card is that I think for this card, it's really reminding us that this light is always there for us. This reassurance is always there for us. This remembrance is always there for us. Yet at times, it's important for us to ask for it. It's important for us to be able to prompt it. It's kind of like this idea, and you guys let me know if this resonates with you, where basically, we have this concept of like higher dimensional angels and beings and stuff. And like they are there to like help us at all times. They are there to help us through just kind of, synchronicities and emotional states and ideas and feelings and kind of like an energetic embodiment. However, the key thing is that it requires our permission. Like it requires us being able to say like, like, dear archangel so and so, I invite you into my space to be able to embody me with the gift of your strength, so to speak. However you want to word that. Again, I'm just kind of ad-libbing here. But oftentimes, like it's like these like archangels are just like kind of watching us, and again, use this as a metaphor, literal in some cases. And it's like, do they want my help? Like, like I'm right here, like call me if you need me. It's kind of like our parents or something, right? It's like, oh, you're going away to camp, it's like, call me if you need me. But until you call, the parents just like, they're doing their own thing. And sometimes we need to do our own thing. Sometimes we need to kind of like see how far we can get without kind of, like calling upon this help. Because I think what's important is to be able to find a balance of both, to be able to develop not a non-codependent relationship where, it's like, because you can imagine where if you're constantly in this state where it's just like, oh, like, spirit will guide me, spirit will do it for me, spirit will take care of me, spirit will do this, and yet you're not kind of pulling your own weight, you're not doing the work. It can almost be an excuse to kind of like put off the responsibility. What I think we want to be able to do is to kind of like carry ourselves as our own guardian, as our own guardian angel. Like we are kind of like this like higher dimensional being in this physical form, and as much as we can ask for help from a higher dimensional plane, we can also carry ourselves, and we can do that up to a certain point, and then and then at some point it may be relative to us to be able to say like, what, like I feel like I do want to be able to ask for help. And asking for help doesn't mean it's a sign of weakness. Asking for help is oftentimes like something that's inviting in a connection to something that can be very liberating. Like when you ask for help from a friend, it may be very important for that friend to be able to play that role where they can help you. And I think being able to ask for help is something that we've kind of developed this weird relationship within society, but I think it's okay to be able to ask for help, and finding that balance where we're developing a personal accountability and personal responsibility. And then when there are periods where it's just kind of like, okay, like extra, it's like kind of tapping into like a reserve element, like something a little bit extra, and then you kind of like call it in. And I think the trick is to kind of like continue to know that is always there, that is always enacting through you. But sometimes it might not always be like as prominent, so to speak. A lot of people who even have like a personal relationship with like the Jesus energy, like the Jesus Christ energy and stuff like that, like oftentimes like, and I've heard people talk about this, and it's something very interesting, and it's not like, it doesn't even have to be like a religious thing, but again, it's kind of like one of those things where like if you were to meditate on an energy and you kind of like tap into that frequency, it's like aligning your cables with that energy, and then it kind of like downloads into your field. But until you make that choice to be able to say like, hey Jesus, like want to sync up, like Jesus is just like, hey man, like you do you, like you just let me know if you need anything, right? And then at certain times, we can invite in that energy, we can invite in that support. So I think it's important to be able to remind ourselves, and again, this may not be relative to everyone, that even in the most challenging and struggling and just like uncertain times, there's always this opportunity to pick up our spiritual phone and be like, hey, guardian angels, like, yeah, like, uh can you guys send a little backup energy, like just like looking for a little bit of extra support here. And I think what's important is for us to just kind of like over time develop a relationship with that, develop a way where we can become more able to be conscious of what that energy is like when it kind of like comes into our field. And that again, like through what this card is talking about, it doesn't even have to be like a particular guardian angel or a particular this or a particular that. It can literally just be like the love of the universe, like the love of the universe, the love of the universe, the love of the universe. Like you are a child of the universe. This love is just like infinitely there for you. It's infinitely available for you. It is like pouring out of 0 point at all moments, each and every single time. So I think when we develop ourselves consciously, we can actually begin to allow ourselves to really understand that this connection is something that fuels us. It is something that we can tap into. It is something that we can inspire ourselves with. And it's not something that we need to be able to connect with when we're, like at a point where we may feel weak. Like do it as much as you choose to, do it in a way that can actually become like extra empowering for yourself. Like, oh, I have to do a big presentation today. Like, okay, I'm gonna like Archangel Michael, invite in like that extra bit of strength into this body. And what that's doing is again, like I think it's, and I'm not saying I'm 100% like an expert on this, but it's like aligning you're tuning your frequency to like that archetypal energy that kind of like allows itself to just be more present within your field. So it's very much just kind of like this idea. It's just like, okay, like I'm gonna just kind of like focus on the idea that I am embodying more strength, and then through that it kind of channels in this like flow of energy that activates that idea within yourself. So it's like the mind is the tuning frequency. So it's like, what do you want to tune into? So there are certain times where even though our awareness of what it is that we're tuned into may not be fully conscious, but it doesn't change the fact that we are literally in this ocean of energy all the time, like this ocean of golden love all the time. And so with that, it really just changes the way you go about things, because I think when you do it, you can move through life kind of experiencing all of these individual holy moments. But when you allow yourself to kind of evolve to a certain degree of consciousness, life itself becomes a persistent holy moment. And that holy moment kind of goes hand in hand with realizing that you are never separate from source. You are never separate from your personal relationship with God. It is only the thought and the awareness that creates a story that tells you that you're not, so to speak. So where is your relationship to that energy through the story that you're telling yourself? If you have created this narrative within yourself that says, you know what, even in the darkest of times, I'm still in connection with this infinite love from the universe that is supporting and guiding me and helping me move through this, while also balancing it with personal accountability. And I'm not expecting them to do all the work for me, but at least it gives me a little bit extra. It gives me a space to go to within my heart. And I think that's the important thing. And I'll just kind of wrap it up here, because I gotta save my energy for more readings. Is, like for everybody here, like I said, I want to just be able to take a moment to just kind of do like a little bit of a quick little practice meditation. For everybody here, for those of you on TikTok and Instagram and anywhere, and YouTube and Twitch, go ahead and just close your eyes. And just put your hands on your chest. And as you breathe here, I want you to just imagine yourself in a room, and this room is a room full of just like this like golden light. And you can imagine yourself almost kind of like laying on a bed, like you're just kind of like flopping onto a bed, and this bed is like a bed of golden light, and the blankets are like made of golden light, and they're like warm and cozy, and there's like a giant body pillow, and just like the vibe of the room is just like the most like cozy, comfortable thing. It's like being in a just like the most beautiful hug. But just take a moment to really just kind of like breathe that, and with each breath just allow yourself to understand that this is something that is arising from within inside of you. You're not just breathing it in, you're like breathing it up. You're like bringing it to the surface. So just take a moment here to just kind of like breathe and just be in this space where you just feel comfort, support, even if you don't fully know how things are going to work out and there's still a little bit of uncertainty here and there. In this moment, give yourself the gift of aligning with this place of peace and comfort. Just take a few moments here. And as you lay here, allow yourself to just be able to have a small conversation with the universe, with the voice of the mother, the voice of the father, whatever you want to connect with. It has something to say to you right now to support your soul, to support your spirit. What does it say to you right now? Listen, just hear it within your heart. Make it up. Hear it within your heart. If you want, just add a soft, gentle smile to your face. Maybe just give yourself a bit more of a hug. Just breathe here and do a little bit of a nice exhale sigh. And one more of those. And gently, when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. How's everybody feeling right now? Just after that. Just taking that moment for yourself. How does that make you feel? And know that that's something that you can literally tap into at any time. Thank you guys again for holding space. Thank you guys again for being here. I hope that was something special just for you. Hey, Alistair, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to read the invocation here. And this invocation, allow yourself to just kind of imagine you're saying it to yourself. I call upon the reassurance of the golden light, the comfort of the divine spirit and loving grace of the universe. Thank you for being with me now, for bringing me peace and reassurance even in my darkest moments. Thank you for sharing a special truth with me, that you love and hold and cherish and assist me always. I love you. Thank you for loving me too. May the golden light heal all beings of fear and doubt, gently bestowing mercy, compassion, and the loving reassurance of divine presence into the heart of all. Through divine grace and my own free will, so be it. Card number 36, reassurance of the golden light. Go ahead and write out a little affirmation for yourself and just kind of share that in the chat, or just kind of take a moment to reflect on it. Hey, Joel, thanks for joining in, dude. And yeah, we'll take a quick intermission here, and then we'll get into our next reading, and I'll just share a quick little affirmation. So like based on what we just talked about for however long, what's a message that comes through for you right now to bring in as an affirmation? So I am continuing to open and deepen my relationship to my own personal. I am continuing to open and deepen my relationship to my own personal relationship with this golden light, knowing that it is here and around and within me at all times, that I am supported and guided, and within my darkest moments, I am capable of asking for help from a place of strength and grace. I am supported, I am loved. So any affirmation you guys want to type out in the chat, go ahead. It's just practice, but even just typing it out can just be a good way to just kind of like bring in that quick little lesson that we had for us today. So thank you again to those of you on TikTok. Thank you guys for helping boost it. I think it might have helped. It's like 1.8k likes on the TikTok live. I'm not exactly sure how TikTok works these days, honestly. I don't know. But I hope more people get to tune in on TikTok. We have two people tuned in on Twitch. If you guys are tuning in on Twitch right now, do me a favor. Drop a comment in the chat. I just want to make sure that the comments are working for you on Twitch properly. If anybody has any tips on how to be able to get more people tuned in on Twitch, go ahead and let me know. As far as I know, I'm just doing the basics where I got the tags, and when people search tarot, they will see it. But I'm what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to like build a presence on Twitch within the tarot category, and then with the consistent routine, you know, get to the point where more people can just be able to be like, oh, cool, like I want to be able to tune in for more of this. And a lot of you are tuning in on YouTube, so I appreciate that. And yeah, just looking to be able to branch out and find more people. I mean, you guys have been tuned in for quite some time, a lot of you, and you keep coming back, so that means a lot. And for those of you who may be new, thank you as well for joining in. And these are more than just tarot readings; these are a chance for us to be able to connect and share some awesome vibes as a community. Like, that's why I create this space. It's not just tarot; it's like literally about being able to serve as a place of golden light, to serve as a place where people can tune in and just be like, hey, I need a little bit of a boost. Or I'm going to tune in with Brendan's tarot, and there's going to be something that's going to come through, and it's going to nurture my heart. And maybe it's exactly what I needed to hear today. Reading your comments in the chat, I affirm connection to the divine within myself. I am asking for assistance, knowing that it opens the door for unconditional love to be shared. And yeah, so I do these, the broadcasts, I do these Monday to Friday. And Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. EDT. So, and Joel says, my name is the glorious lotus born. I catalyze the light heart within. Joel, I love that, dude. Joel, I love the way you word things, man. Super beautiful. And cool. MLG, thank you again for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hey, Glow with the Flow, what's up? Shout out to those of you on Instagram as well. I'll end the poll on the YouTube chat. I'm not sure how many people, I can't see how many people replied to the poll. That's okay. All right, let me put in the pinned comments for the PayPal contributions. Let's work on getting that Patreon sign up for today. Thank you guys so much again. We're working towards reaching our next milestone on Patreon, and oh, there's 6 votes on that. Cool, awesome. So there are 4 votes yes. Perfect. So again, with the Patreon, again, building that up, working towards our next milestone of 111. Let's work on getting 2 Patreon signups today. I'd totally be willing to stay on air today. I basically have until I have to go pick up Lacey from work at 3, but I don't think I'll be on air that long because I do have to pace myself. And it takes a lot of energy doing these broadcasts, so I want to make sure that I'm just honoring where my energy levels are at. But if you guys want to sign up for the Patreon at any point, please feel free. If you're thinking of signing up for the Patreon in the future, drop a 555 in the chat. If anybody wants to upgrade their Patreon, you guys are more than welcome to do that. Again, at the $33 level, that's where you can get one of the complimentary Light Guardian crystals, just pay shipping. That's a special offer there. And then you can also get the one-on-one sessions with me. So the $33 level is the recommended best value level, and then the $11 level is like the entry level for the leading member level. And yeah, I got more awesome stuff coming your way. So MLG, thank you so much for joining in. Says, I love you all. I love the readings that you have given me, and I will tune in next time. Definitely. I can't wait to be here again. Thank you, MLG. It means a lot to be able to have you here. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So Kristen, based on the contribution that you shared, that's enough to do at least one more reading, and then after that we'll hold space for inviting in any other additional contributions through PayPal and contributions through Patreon. And yeah, for those of you who are here, thank you so much for joining in. It's always a joy being able to connect with more people who are passionate about shifting consciousness and just like having fun and yeah, igniting the spark within us. So appreciate you guys being here. Kristen, let me know what you want to decide for this reading. If you want to be able to pass it on to someone else, if there's somebody in the chat that you want to be able to pass it on to, more than welcome to be able to do that. And then we'll get right into the next reading. And if you guys want to pick the deck, please go ahead and do that. Again, the decks that we got: Lightworker Oracle deck, Sacred Spirit deck, Hero's Journey, and the Ananda Tarot deck. And I do definitely want to get a new deck. I want to get a new deck for yeah, once we like reach like a milestone on Patreon, I want to be able to get a new deck. So awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. All right, Kristen, are you still tuned in with us? And if so, just go ahead and let me know. And if you gotta jump out, that's totally fine. We'll pass the reading off to somebody in the chat as well. So I'm just going to take a moment here just to be able to drink some tea and get my throat nice and ready. All right, Kristen's looking to be able to use traditional tarot, which we can definitely do. Haven't done one of those too recently. And yeah, Kristen, if you want to facilitate this one, that's fine. That's totally cool. So, all right, so we've been on air for about almost 90 minutes so far. Thank you guys again so much for joining in. If you're here for the first time, drop a 333 in the chat. Let me know. And thank you again to just being a part of this community. And again, within this broadcast, we have the option for people to be able to get a reading on air by contributing on PayPal or on Patreon. So Patreon's a monthly contribution, and when you join there, you can join as a leading member within our community of conscious creators, and lots of awesome perks there. So if you're curious about my Patreon, definitely check it out when you get a chance. You can sign up at any point in the month. And then again, on the PayPal, you can contribute real quick. A contribution that works for you. You can contribute $5 is like the asking, but you can also contribute more as a pay it forward method as well. So, all right, let's get right into this next reading. So, Kristen, if it's cool with you, let's just have you facilitate it, and then we'll keep pace. And we'll see. We might kind of make this one a little bit of a. We'll see. Sometimes I do some readings and I'll spend like freaking like 50 minutes on a single card. So. Thank you again to those of you on Instagram. Ailnot, thank you again for joining in. All right. Reminder, if you guys want to join on my Patreon, we do have some special events coming up. Lacey and I have our special Druid and Mystic Dream Den discussion, and that's coming up next Saturday. So that's available for the Patreon supporters. I'll be putting up some graphics and some plugs for that in the next few days. So excited to be able to have you guys there. So that's going to kind of like be like an iteration of Dream Class, more or less. So, but it'll be like private. So, all right, Kristen, you ready? Let's get right into this next reading. We'll keep an eye open for any contributions through PayPal and Patreon. Thank you guys again, and let's get right into it. So, okay, all right. So we're just going to do a quick little meditation here, and then for everybody here, just focusing on the intention, show us what we need to see. So, all right. Okay, Kristen, just confirming you're ready. Just waiting for that. We're going to use the Ananda Tarot deck for this one. So, deep breaths. Ready. Perfect. All right. For those of you on TikTok or on Instagram, click the link in my profile, tune in on YouTube. So, all right. Hey, Lauren, thanks for joining in. We're just about to get ready to jump into our next reading, and Kristen's helping split the deck on this one. All right. So again, for those of you on TikTok, Instagram, link in my profile for YouTube. You guys are welcome to join in there. And yeah, let's work on the next Patreon sign up. We're currently at 95, working towards our next milestone of 111. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy this next reading still to come. So take a moment here as we just breathe into our heart space, just inviting everyone to take an opportunity to help us set this intention. Just allow yourself to connect with your breath. Breathe here. Soft, gentle inhales. Soft, gentle exhales. And as you breathe here, just be in this space of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, for showing up for this beautiful day, for this beautiful moment, for the messages we are here to receive, for this community in this space. And as we are in this space of gratitude, just focusing our intention, show us what we need to see. Show us what we need to see, we being the individual, the collective, the community, the team. And as we focus on this intention, speak it with your heart, speak it with your mind, speak it with your soul, speak it with your words. And so for Kristen and for everybody else here, just continuing to breathe. Kristen, take a few more breaths. When you're ready, listening to your intuition, type now into the chat and we'll split the deck and pull the card. For everybody else, gently open your eyes and you can type your wizard noises in the chat. Away we go. And with each and every single breath, each and every single day, we will continue to do our best. As we open our heart to see what has always been, we allow ourselves to truly awaken to the magic within. And so, as the magic continues to pour forth into this moment, we shall pull a card and see how each of us will continue to own it. The moments that continue to unfold as we awaken to our ultimate goal of changing this world and awakening the wizard within and truly being the light guardians that we have always been. Shibbity bop bop, scoobity boop boop, beepity boop boop. And as Kristen types now into the chat, we shall split the deck and see what magic the cards will have. Nice. I love you guys, wizard. It says now, says Kristen. Let's get right into this. Let's do a speed reading for this one. What do you guys think? All right, the card that we have pulled for Kristen, but for everybody else here, card number 2, Flames. Flames number 2. Let's get right into this. And again, this is using the Ananda Tarot deck. Hey, Carly, how do I get more viewers on Twitch? Like, I've literally just had like 1 viewer on Twitch, even though I've been live the entire time. Can you give me some Twitch tips or whatever? I don't know. Like, I mean, I got the category set for tarot and stuff like that, and I got my good glasses on. I dressed up and everything. What's the trick for Twitch again? Like, how do you get more people on it and stuff? So, all right. Opening it up to this card, Flames 2. Here it is. One second. Oh, I like how this is like right next to like 2 of Cups. The Lover's card. So, okay. Bring Lacey on. Oh, that's what I need to do. I'm not Lacey. That's my problem. Lacey's at work right now. I'm at work right now. This is us working. We're getting ready. We're both hustling right now. So, all right. Let's dive into this card, Flames number 2. Let's do a speed reading on this card, and then we'll open up for the next reading after this one, which again is available for Patreon contributions, PayPal contributions, and again, even if anybody's on Patreon, if you guys want to upgrade, again, the $33 level, that's an awesome level to be able to upgrade to, and lots of perks there. So if you guys are thinking of upgrading to the Patreon or just donating to the PayPal, do it now, and we'll get right into this next reading. Let's do a quick speed reading on this one. So, 2 Flames. What do we got here? Beautiful, beautiful pillar of light shining down from the sky with trees in the background, blue sky, lots of stars, and a little like concrete stream. I want to see if it's like, can I do like a speed reading of this one? Like, I'll do almost like a gimmicky version. We'll see. I want to figure out what we can do here. So, totally, yeah. See, Carly, interacting with the community is what I'm all about, but nobody's tuned in right now. Like, literally no one's tuned in on Twitch right now. I don't like how to, if they show up, I'll interact with them, but they're not. So at least, I mean, you guys are turned in on YouTube, which is great, but I'm like, how do we get them on Twitch? Because I want to do that. I want to like build the Twitch so people on Twitch are like, oh, this guy has a schedule, and then they find out about all the awesome things that we're doing. So it will happen over time. I just gotta stay consistent with it and figure out how to do it. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper. If you're here, this reading is for you. 2 of Flames. The image. 2 bundled rays of light come from the infinite universe and meet limited surface of an unused area in the center of a landscape. Meaning, in the interplay of powers, the dynamic principles reveals itself through the energy. Oh yeah, Carly, can you host me? Dude, like, honestly, I think that's it. If someone else hosts me, then that will lead more people into me, right? Like, that's how it works. We got to work as a team. Carly, you host me, I'll host you. We'll do this together. Carly, help me, Carly. Carly's like a pro at Twitch. Everybody go follow Carly on Twitch and follow Carly on her Instagram. I'm plugging your stuff right now, Carly. So, Cosmically Carly, one of our OG Patreon supporters, that's for sure. So, go follow Carly. I think everybody here hosts Carly, or like knows Carly already. But for those of you who don't, for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, and join in on YouTube, the link's in my profile. But if you guys want to keep watching from that side, that's totally fine too. Or join me on Twitch, where Carly's going to host me. I think. We'll see. Let's experiment and see if this works. And I'll just keep bringing the fun, exciting vibes. So, and I'll just like, is it like, all right, here we go. Meaning, in the interplays of power, the dynamic principle reveals itself through the energy of fire within the world of matter. In the field of tension of polar opposite, man runs the danger of being exposed to the effects of outer influences. Then he is challenged to adopt a clear position and collect his energies. Putting oneself in the way of the outer world means bringing the inner world to a standstill in order to build up the necessary attention that solid, goal oriented action demands. In spite of all the turbulence, it is necessary to bring the situation in hand and consciously take control in order for the creative energies that lie dormant to be steered in the right direction. The recognition of available possibilities and their usefulness brings self-confidence and enables humans to shape life after their own ideas. Successful action calls for carefully planning and healthy self-confidence. Contradictions that come from a lack of self-trust are to be overcome through determination. This means taking advantage of opportunities, handling responsibilities, and also taking on the challenges of life. Astrological significance: Mars, Mercury, opposition aspects. Keywords: making decisions, determination, drive, collecting energy, self-confidence, potency, initiating process, new beginnings, dynamic, balance, taking advantage of opportunities. Traditional meaning: taking advantage of opportunities, action, vitality, prioritizing strengths, accepting challenges. So thanks for the cool comments in the live chat on Twitch, Carly. I see your comments there. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper for this one. Thank you guys so much. We're all in this together. Everybody just like get on Twitch. What I want to be able to do eventually is like, as we kind of like build up momentum and I've gotten myself to a certain level on Twitch, I want to be able to build my Twitch so that I can bring you guys onto Twitch, and then you guys can basically use my Twitch to do your tarot readings as well. Like, that's kind of the vision, is that Twitch would be like a co-hosted tarot thing at some point. So that's what I'm working towards. So if you guys want to help build Twitch, absolutely feel free. We just got to bust that algorithm open somehow. So, all right, okay, let's keep diving in a little bit deeper here. So gonna go real quick on this one, and then from there we'll open up into the next reading as we have another contribution come in. So Two of Flames. So again, with this card is very, very much an action card, an action-oriented card. Any card that we have with the flames is about being able to really not just cultivate this energy of action, but also being able to direct it as well. And so with this card, it's really inviting us to be able to reflect on what things within our life that we want to be able to create, but not just what we want to create, but how we're going to get there. What is the process to be able to get there? And so this card is really reminding us that that process is one that is going to require the cultivation of confidence. And oftentimes that confidence is something that is built up through the foundations ahead of time. So with this card, again, it's kind of the polar opposites of like action oriented, and then like stillness through foundation. So with this card, as much as it is about being able to really just kind of like bring that action into your life, it's also about being able to take those moments throughout your day where you're really focusing on the stillness, really focusing on the softness, because it's in those moments that you actually get clarity on where to be able to take action. Hey, Queen of Swords, thank you so much for joining in. Happy to be able to have you guys here. How does the Twitch thing work when it's like the exclamation point join? Does that do something, or I forget? I'm still, honestly, I'm such a noob to Twitch, but I'm still figuring it out. So if you guys can teach me anything about Twitch, it's super appreciated. Queen of Swords, we're live here all the time, and thank you so much. Let's dive a little bit deeper. So here to be able to help inspire you guys' spirit. So again, Two of Flames, real quick, just kind of doing a kind of like a speed run of this one. With this one, again, you know, as we continue to move forward through our goals in life, it's important to not shy away from the challenges. With this card, it's almost about being able to cultivate the fire within inside of us so that we can meet those challenges head on. And also to be able to see the challenges as opportunities and to be able to approach those challenges from a place of balance. So that way, when the challenges come at you, it's not like it's just like, oh no, challenge, no, my plans are ruined, and da. If anything, it's like, okay, here I am, that's my objective way over there, and I will move from here to there, anticipating that there will be challenges along the way. However, what's going to allow me to be able to move beyond those challenges is the confidence of my like consistent focus on the goals still ahead of me. So it's really being able to anticipate the challenges in our path, but then having the flexibility and the determination and the confidence within the co-created balance of our own yin and yang to be able to know how to rise through those challenges. So with this card, it's really inviting us to be able to take the opportunity to check in with ourselves and be like, what are we working towards? What goals are we really moving towards? And how do we get there? And not just how do we get there in terms of like immediate action, but how do we get there through just being able to prepare before we even step out the door, by being able to create an interplay with our own energies that is one of balance, that cultivates potency. And so again, you know, with this card, it is a card about being able to take action and really like take advantage of opportunities, but it's also a card that really focuses on us being able to prioritize our strengths. So with this card, I invite each and every single one of you to just take those opportunities in your life to just kind of think like, where am I moving towards right now? And where is not only the path of least resistance, but also the path of the highest growth. And so one of the things that I would just say for you guys, if you really want to like shift your paradigm and you really just want to like level up real quick, look for the things that challenge you, lean into them. Find the harder choices and make those, and actually condition yourself to be able to become familiar with dealing with challenges, because that in itself will give you the gift of confidence, so that the second and the third and the fourth challenge that comes after that isn't just something that you're just like, oh crap, this ruins the plan. If anything, it's just kind of like, oh good, this is a stepping stone that's going to prepare me for the next one, because you're never going to avoid challenges. The only way to avoid challenges is stagnation, is to like never leave your house. If Bilbo never left the Shire, he never would have met all of these amazing creatures and took the ring to Mount Doom, or I guess he didn't. Frodo took the ring to Mount Doom. Come on, Brendan, get your Lord of the Rings trivia correct here. But he brought it back. He brought the ring back, that's for sure. But again, you know, this card, it is about being able to find strength in the stillness of our inner world, so that when we're in those moments where we're really being able to okay, what do I have to do? You have to set up the commands. You should get a friend to make them into see, I have the commands. See, I have like a few commands. What does a join command usually do? Because I think I might have turned that off, but I did have the stream elements. I'm just like talking to the Twitch right now. I did have the stream elements set up. Maybe I turned the join one off. What does the join one usually do? Yeah, see, like right now I have like hashtag like the Patreon there, and that's my Patreon and stuff like that. I'll set that up. I'll set it up like tomorrow and stuff. I'm gonna be live here Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. EDT. Thank you, Queen of Swordies. I'm not sure if we've connected before, but if you're a friend of Carly's, then I appreciate you being here and helping a noob out. Seriously, like just ask Carly, man. Like I'm a pretty cool tarot reader. I like to bring like awesome stuff to the community. So if you guys honestly can like help me out, I'll help you out, and we can all just kind of like help, because again, we're here to like help the team. So let's just keep moving a little bit further into this card, and again, we're going to do the next reading as we get a contribution through Patreon or through PayPal. I'll need to take a quick little intermission after this. This is like our fourth reading for today, so I do just third reading. So I'll take a bit of a break after this, but really just hitting home the significance of this card. And for everybody here, drop an 1111 in the chat if this resonates with you. So again, one of the aspects of this card is really being able to find strength in the home of our own stillness, so that we can continue to go out and take action, and then have that place to return to, and then take action again and have that place to return to. So it really is about like being able to see your actions towards your goal as a breath, and you pace yourself. It's the two of flames in the sense that it's like the duality of being able to kind of like move things where it's like, okay, today my focus is like accomplishing tasks and doing this and creating that and networking and and then the next part of that goal is to be able to have that place where you can rest, have that home, have that stillness, have that place where you can disconnect for a bit, have that place where you can really reconnect with your spirit. And then you go out again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you create this cycle and this rhythm. For me, this is really important. You know, like I wouldn't be able to achieve my goals through like even just like the broadcast here and building our Patreon and stuff if I was literally just like doing it every single moment. the way how I succeed is by being able to show up for you guys in a place of work and then taking time away from this to spend time with Lacey, spend time with my loved one, spend time playing video games, spend time not disconnecting from like spirit, but just like disconnecting from like the responsibility of everything that I manage here, and then just taking time for myself. And then within that, you know, kind of using that as a place where I cultivate the stillness that allows like more of like the energy to flow in. And then the next day, I'm ready to go again. And I just kind of like find this rhythm. So with this card, again, you know, this means taking advantage of opportunities, handling responsibilities, and also taking on the challenges of life. So one of the best ways to be able to take on the challenges of life is to be able to create that place within your reality where you can find that home base. And that home base can be a literal home base, but it can also be a home base in terms of like a thought process, in terms of a meditative practice, in terms of a spiritual practice. It can be literally just connecting with the breath, and then through there finding that rhythm of, again, kind of like projecting, receiving, whatever the case may be. And with that, you again create this like ongoing rhythm where eventually you'll be able to make your way towards those goals over time, and conquering the challenges that are on your way, collecting your energy, cultivating your energy. So for everybody here, how are you cultivating your energy, concentrating it so that you can direct it like a laser each and every single day? Instead of just spreading it out everywhere, direct it like a laser each and every single day. So recharge your laser. So Two of Flames, if this card resonates with you, drop those 1111s in the chat. I think everybody here, this is a good card for us to be able to be reminded of. And go ahead and write a little affirmation on how this card resonates with you. And as you do that, just allow yourself to take this opportunity to, again, write out that affirmation so that you continue to just kind of like bring in the message of this card into your field. And feel free to write it out in the chat. So I'll just write out a little affirmation. I'll just share a little affirmation. I'm continuing to work towards my goals through a balance of action and rest. Period. That's it. That's my affirmation for me. Rest is a part of the work for me. So if that resonates with you, let us know in the chat. Write a little affirmation. We'll take a quick little intermission here. Thank you again, Queen of Swords, Swordies in the chat. So yeah, I'll update the commands. What do usually people, and I'm just talking to like Twitch right now, what do people usually use the join one for? Like what is that usually for when you guys are doing that? Because I am set up on Stream Elements, so if I do that, I can set up my I can probably set up like my commands right now. Yeah, join. So the join one is for an active raffle, so I wasn't planning on doing a raffle. That's why I didn't do the join one. Should I have one where I list commands? Commands. You can list all your commands here. Yeah, that's what I have. Okay, so that's what happens. So that's where you see my commands. Should I have a join one? Right now I have, yeah, I just have donate, Patreon, tip. I don't have too many commands. Like I went through that before and I just like intentionally just kind of kept it quite minimal. But if you guys have suggestions on commands I should add, feel free to let me know. So cool. All right. Thank you guys so much. That was an awesome reading. Pinox says, I am recharging my laser to focus intentional growth. Absolutely. Pinox, thank you so much for being mindful of the incredible laser that you carry. Again, if you guys aren't already connected with Pinox yet, definitely do that. Pinox Rising on Instagram. And they also do tarot readings as well. So I love the fact that we basically have a team of tarot readers here. So I'll just put that there. Connect with Pinox, and I'll just put it into the Twitch as well. I want to be able to like practice sharing on Twitch. The join is what tarot readers use for keeping the tarot reading list succinct. Oh, interesting. Now the way how they do it, like I guess that's a little bit different, because the way how I'm doing it is like through PayPal contributions and Patreon. So I'm not sure if I need the join list, but you guys let me know if there's any suggestions there. So all right, as it is right now, team, we're just in a little bit of an intermission. We'll get into our next reading as we have, again, a contribution on PayPal or Patreon, or yeah, that's it, a contribution on PayPal or Patreon. So I'll post a link into my chat, and again, you can contribute on PayPal. You can contribute $5. It's literally incredibly affordable, and with that, again, being able to share an on-air reading with you, share some inspiration, not just for you but for the team. And if you want to contribute more on there, you can do it in a way where we pay it forward. And the Patreon is definitely something that we encourage people to check out, even if you're not signing up for it today. There's a lot of value on there, and again, we're working towards our Patreon goals. Our next Patreon goal is 111, so you're going to see me back here again each and every single day, Monday to Friday, working on being able to work towards that Patreon goal. And there's a lot of other stuff that we do for the community as well, so it's not just tarot. There's a lot of other stuff that we do. So if you guys appreciate the work that I do and you guys want to help support not just me but also Lacey and again the family that we're building, definitely consider supporting on the Patreon when it works for you. And again, when you join in on the Patreon, you can also get one of the beautiful Light Guardian crystals that I hand make for you guys, and that's available at the $33 level as a bonus gift, and just pay extra shipping on that. And you can also get those available through my item shop as a single purchase if you prefer. So beautiful. All right, if you guys are ready for another reading, go ahead and let me know by signing up for the PayPal. And I'll just take a moment here to just be able to rest my voice, because my throat chakra has been getting quite the workout when I do this. So beautiful. And it's been awesome. I love you guys so much. It's been a joy just hanging out with you. And we've been on air for almost 2 hours so far. Thank you again to those of you on TikTok as well, and those of you on Instagram also. So cool. All right, if I just kind of go quiet for a second, just takes a lot of work. Cool. Yeah, if you guys haven't yet, there's a lot of awesome, cool stuff happening here in the community. Yesterday we had a conversation on what does being sovereign mean to you, which is really cool. Yo, Bartos, back again. We're still going. So again, team, right now we're just in a bit of an intermission. We'll jump into our next reading as we have a PayPal or Patreon contribution. So if you guys want to contribute on one or the other, more than welcome to. It only takes about 5 minutes to sign up for Patreon, and you can sign up on, you can contribute on PayPal pretty quickly. And then once you do that, just let me know in the chat. So cool. And we got about 7 people tuned in on YouTube right now, and we got about 6 people tuned in on TikTok and Instagram. So thank you guys so much for joining in. We've had 3 readings today, and yeah, it's been awesome so far. A lot of good ideas and a lot of energy cultivated here. Carly, thank you again for your support in the Twitch. Well, I'm excited to be able to get that rolling. Queen of Swordies, thank you for your subscribe on Twitch, for the follow on Twitch. And yeah, cool. All right. If there's nobody ready to be able to sign up for PayPal or Patreon today at this moment, that's totally fine. We'll get close to wrapping up the stream. If there is anybody who's ready to be able to join in on the Patreon or the PayPal, then we will move into another reading. So whatever works for you guys is totally cool. And with that said, awesome. Jessica, thank you so much for your contribution on PayPal. Jessica contributed for a single reading on PayPal. Jessica, thank you so much. And Partos, you're on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. Appreciate that. Jessica, if you're in the chat, go ahead and let us know. Jessica C. I know you're on the Jessica was on the Instagram a moment ago. So guys, let's give a nice thank you to Jessica, and we'll get right into our next reading momentarily. And yeah, again, we'll keep things going here. As long as you guys are looking for more readings, we'll keep doing more readings, and I'll keep going until I have to go pick up Lacey from work, like I said. So, but yeah, a big part of the goals with Patreon, like me and Lacey, like we're working towards like being able to get a car for ourselves, get a vehicle for ourselves. So that's a big goal. Like being able to build a Patreon, like once the Patreon's higher, it'll be like, yes, finally we can use a car to go get groceries. Like that's literally like one of our objectives right now. So again, if you guys are on Patreon, thank you so much for your support, especially those of you that have been on there for quite some time. You guys have helped make so many things possible, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for all the many things that we have created together. So all right, Jessica, if you are in the chat, go ahead and let us know. We're just waiting to confirm, and then we'll get right into our next reading. And let me just confirm here, because I know Jessica was tuned in on the Instagram. So oh, there's Jessica. Hey Jessica, thanks so much for tuning in. Jessica, can you tune in on YouTube? Like, are you able to do that? Can you jump over to YouTube just by and we'll wait for you to get set up there, and then we'll get right into our next reading. Welcome again to those of you on Twitch. My name is Mystic Spider-Man. I do tarot live on YouTube and Twitch Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. EDT. I've been doing tarot for quite some time, and yeah, I'm also a conscious media creator, facilitator for a conscious community, and super excited to be able to have more people connecting in. So if you guys are here for the first time, drop a 333 in the chat. Let us know. And okay, so Jess, the YouTube chat wasn't working for you. It might have been like, were you logged in on YouTube? That might have been an issue there. I wonder if that's no, because I don't think I have my settings set up properly on YouTube. I'm just gonna make sure that there's no like thing with the live chat replay. Yeah, you should be able to comment on the YouTube chat, but if you're not able to, we'll just facilitate it here through Instagram if that's okay with you. So Jessica, do you want to just stay here on Instagram? Is that okay with you? We'll do that. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna give it 2 seconds. Jessica's just getting synced up. Thank you guys again so much. And yeah, excited to be able to get into our next reading here in 1 moment. So awesome. Logged in on my laptop, but I think there's no. Cool. All right, Jessica, welcome. Happy to be able to have you in the YouTube chat. Okay, Jessica, let's get right into this next reading. Thank you guys so much. This might be our last reading for today, unless anybody else has signed up for the Patreon or the PayPal after this. So, Jessica, let us know what deck you would like to be able to use. We have the Sacred Spirit deck, the Lightworker Oracle deck, the Hero's Journey deck, or the traditional Ananda Tarot deck. So if you would like to be able to choose one of those, please go ahead and do so. If you prefer, I can always like intuitively choose one for you, whatever works for you. And we'll get right into this next reading. So guys, go ahead and give a nice thank you to Jessica, who contributed on PayPal. And thank you guys again just for your support in all forms. You guys help make so many things possible. And again, for those of you who are tuned in now, the Patreon contributions process on the 1st of each month. So even if you're thinking of joining in on the Patreon later, the contributions literally won't process until October 1st. So if that makes it easier for you, if you're just like, man, I want to join the Patreon, but maybe so if it makes it easier for you, you can join the Patreon, and then the contributions will process on October 1st. And if need be, you can always just kind of like send me a direct message if anything comes up. So, all right, Jessica, just waiting to confirm which deck you would like to be able to use. And we'll get right into this next reading. Thank you guys again. Sacred Spirit deck, let's do it. All right, let's get right into the Sacred Spirit deck reading. Thank you guys. And yeah, happy to be able to have you tuned in. For those of you who just tuned in, drop a 777 in the chat. We just had a few more people tune in if you guys feel called to do so. But if you guys are just sticking around and just watching, that's totally fine as well. All right, Jessica, so what we're going to do here, we're going to do a little bit of a meditation, drop into our heart space, focus on the intention, show us what we need to see. And then from there, Jessica, I'll just kind of lead you through it, and then I'll prompt you to listen to your intuition. And then when you're ready, you'll type now in the chat, and at that point, we'll split the deck. So wait for me to do that. And then from there, we'll dive into this reading. And again, this reading, you'll be helping facilitate it. This reading is for you. This reading is for anybody who's tuned in right now. And again, the intentions show us what we need to see. So Jessica, if you're ready, just go ahead and type ready into the chat, and we'll get right into this next reading. And yeah, thank you as always. I feel like that's like, I say that like every 30 seconds. So, all right, like I said, this may be our last reading for today. But again, if there's anybody else who wants to sign up for Patreon or PayPal, go ahead and do that. I'd love to be able to get a Patreon sign up today. So if anybody's ready to sign up for the Patreon or upgrade their Patreon, now would be a great time to be able to do so. And yeah, even if you guys want to like order anything from the shop, that's always appreciated as well. So Jessica, you're ready. So let's get ready to move into this next reading. So, all right, perfect. Okay, so for everybody here, just go ahead, Just allow yourself to just close your eyes, and we'll just do a quick meditation here as we charge the deck and draw a card. So for Jessica and for everybody here, just closing your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just allow yourself to connect with your breath. Just allow yourself to be in this moment. Soft inhales and soft exhales. And as you breathe here, just allow yourself to be in this space of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, for the space, for the community, for the messages we are about to receive. And for Jessica and for everyone, take this opportunity to just focus your intention towards the idea of show us what we need to see. Show us what we need to see. We being the individual, the collective, the community. So focusing on that intention, Jessica, holding it in your heart. Speak it with your mind, speak it with your words, speak it with your soul, speak it with your heart. Jessica, take a few more moments here, just breathing gently. Listen to your intuition. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and type now into the chat. And at that point, we'll split the deck and pull a card. For everybody else, gently breathing here. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. And feel free to type some wizard noises in the chat and we will split the deck. So here we go. Like a calming, rolling wave, each and every single day we find new ways to play as the magic continues to wave back to us and say, hey, I'm all around you. Here I am. I'm in the stars and I'm in the sand, because this moment is rich for you to see that there's so many ways for you to truly be present into the gift that is and always was, that this is the truth, my friends. You are nothing less than infinite love. And so as we charge this deck with love and of bliss, as Jessica types now, we will see what message the cards have for you and for this. I think Jessica typed ready, but we're going to split it on, I think you meant to say now, but we're going to split it on ready. So all right, Jessica, thank you so much. The card that we have got is a beautiful card in this moment. The card that we have got for you today is card number 26, Love and Light, Act with Care. It's an incredibly beautiful card. We had this card not too long ago, actually, so I'll do my best to really just bring in some exciting inspiration for you in this moment and for anybody else who's tuned in right now. So just taking this opportunity to really just explain the image here of the card. So this beautiful image here, again, with artwork by our good friend Lewis Dyer. This beautiful purple being with wonderful soft eyes. The eyes just kind of like illuminating the light of their soul. And their like surroundings very much like almost look like a giant flower. Like they look like they're like the spirit of flower plants. And these beautiful like purples and violets, and you can see there's like some very small like kind of like mandala right above them there in the sky, and these beautiful eyes and petals and almost like wings, and this very like soft gaze, very beautiful androgynous sort of form that we see here through this card. And just yeah, like when you see this card, what does it make you feel just looking at the image? So welcome again to those of you tuned in on TikTok or Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram or TikTok, feel free to tune in on YouTube. A link for that's in my profile. Jessica, thank you again for your contribution on PayPal. Let's dive into this reading. For anybody, if you're here, this reading, this message is for you. So let's dive into this. So here we go. And we'll keep our eye open for any contributions that come in after this. So this may be our last reading for today. If anything I say resonates with you, drop an 1111 in the chat. Here we go. Card number 26, Love and Light. Resistance, higher intervention is required. Act with care. Sending this love and light means two things. Love, the deepest form of unconditional love possible that you have in your heart and beyond physical comprehension. The light, the purest form of light that permeates excuse me, that permeates any darkness and finds any cracks or imbalances that are unable to resonate at this frequency or vibration, gently raising those to this level. People can sometimes be resilient to resistance. Those with addictions or challenging behavioral or physical issues may not be able to ask or be willing to receive help. Not being Feeling helpless can be overwhelming to caregivers and those with strong empathetic qualities. If anything I say resonates with you, drop an 1111 in the chat. Not being able to offer aid or having assistance refused when a person's pride is too great can also feel disheartening. More importantly, more importantly though is to remember to respect the free will by acknowledging their own personal interference or intrusion into this person's life. Being too pushy in this area will have the opposite effect and personal karmic backlash, so make sure your ego is kept in check. Those stuck in victimhood archetypes or their emotional pain body are often not willing to be active participants in their own healing on a conscious level, particularly if their reasoning is recent or raw, including issues such as trauma or grief. Everyone heals in their own time, and it's important for respect to be given in this moment. All you can do right now is send this issue or person love and light. You are merely an observer in this case, and it is out of your control. Regardless of the physical outcome, there is little you can do except send this loving energy to this issue. This has the potential to energetically shift the situation into a positive outcome. Anyone you know can receive this loving form of healing energy. Purely sending from your heart with a celestial realm of 100% pure light can alter lower energies into a higher frequency, helping those experiencing hardships or a tough time in life. Shadow aspect: pride, emotional and physical defiance, loss, sacred crystal, rose quartz, angel assistance, guardian angel Rahamiel, giving and receiving love, compassion. Affirmation: I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those open to assistance. Okay, let's read a little bit deeper into this. Thank you again to those of you tuning in. For those of you on Twitch, welcome. Go ahead and leave some comments in the chat. Drop some 1111s if this resonates with you. At this point, I'll just kind of continue to kind of like channel some further inspiration based on the reading here for this card. So this may be our last reading for today. Again, if anybody wants a reading after this, join in through the PayPal or Patreon, and then we'll keep going from there. So Jessica, for anybody, this message is for you. So with this card, this is a very, very powerful card. And one of the things that really stands out with me is the idea of being able to bring in deeper patience when it comes to the healing process. I think healing is a multifaceted thing that challenges us in multiple ways. It challenges us not through the fact that the healing in itself can be very challenging, can be very arduous, but also in the process of being able to want to be able to get it done sooner rather than later. And so with this process of being able to want to be able to help others, it's important to be able to remind ourselves and others that the healing is something that is going to take place at the time that is best for the individual. And there have been so many circumstances within my life and within other people's life where, you know, we have others where we see them going through a challenging thing and we want to be able to help them. But oftentimes, like us helping them, there's certain ways to go about it. And sometimes if we help them too much, it actually prevents them from being able to properly heal. You know, it kind of like takes away the opportunity for them to figure out their own resilience, for them to being able to really be able to dive deeper into the shadow work that needs to take place. So your role as a healer and as a carrier of this love and the light is more or less just to be able to hold the space for the healing to take place. And so that in itself is an incredibly powerful thing, because when we realize that one of the most powerful things that we can do is literally simply to be able to be present with someone and to hold space for their own healing to occur, we realize that in the process of doing so, you know, it's teaching them that the healing is something that takes place primarily internally. And so with this, it's being able to dive deeper being able to dive deeper into a place of personal sovereignty, into a place of personal responsibility, where we realize that, our love and our light, as much as we continue to cultivate it within ourselves, it is something that we can share with others, but it's also something that we need to make sure that we share with ourselves. Because I think in a lot of cases, a lot of us who are empaths and healers, we want to be able to help others. We want to be able to take care of those around us. And there's certain ways to do it. But how many of us have accidentally kind of, sometimes used that path as a way to be able to distract ourselves from our own healing? Like you've probably got your own shift that you have to deal with, but then sometimes, you'll get some people who will just spend most of their energy focusing on being able to take care of others. And then in the process of doing that, they're actually pushing away the healing for themselves. Now, it's not always going to be like that, because sometimes literally through the process of being there for others, it can actually help activate the healing within our own heart. So I think with a card like this, it's very important to be able to be reminded of the energy that we're carrying with us and the relationship that we're bringing into the process of not just healing, but also in the process of being able to uplift and inspire. It's kind of like this idea of where I think about raising a child. And this is coming again, from experience and being there with Lacey and helping her with her child as well. Where as a child, you want to be able to help support them, you want to be able to help nurture them, but that can look different in different ways. And we get into the concept of tough love, so to speak, and that still can be a form of love. Being a little bit stern, not giving someone everything that they want, is a form of love, because it's also being able to help them turn their abilities inward, to turn their dependency less on the external and being able to realize that they can do it themselves. So again, in relationship to the child, if the child's like, it would be, like a mature child, like a 6 or a 7-year-old, one that's capable of doing things for themselves. If they're in this state where they're just like, hey, I want this, go get it for me. There are going to be times where you're like, yeah, sure, I can go get it. Or you can be like, actually, you know what? Like, you can do that yourself. Like, you're capable of doing yourself. I don't have to do everything for you. Or, the child may be like, I want this, I want this, I want this. What happens when you give that child something every single time? Eventually it becomes spoiled, and eventually it begins to expect it. And then eventually, as that begins to move further into their life, it kind of creates this habit where suddenly their internal healing is something that they haven't really learned how to do. And their internal state of resilience and sovereignty and just like even their emotional states of their own ways that they hold love and light and their joy and their gratitude suddenly becomes dependent on the world around them. So what you want to be able to do is just to be able to cultivate this love and light within your own heart in a way that's going to be able to help support your friends and your family and your children and your loved ones and yourself in a gentle way, where it's going to be able to be there to listen, be there to acknowledge them. Acknowledging them is very important, but again, being able to kind of like gently lead them towards the path of their highest growth. And so with this card, I really encourage each and every single one of us to really be able to continue to cultivate that love and that light within ourselves in a way that's beyond just the cliche. Because when we think about it, the concept of love and light, it's kind of become this cliche thing where it's like, love and light, shoot rainbows out of your butt sort of thing, right? Like people like make fun of us for being light workers and talking about love and light all the time. But again, at the core of who we are nothing less than love and light. And when I think of light, I think of light as being like the circle around the yin yang. And then in the middle of that, you kind of got like this duality of, again, kind of like light and like love, love is like the circle around the yin yang, and then light and shadow is the yin yang itself. So even in the process of being able to really understand that, you are nothing less than love and light. And when you begin to really understand that, you can understand that, sometimes through your presence in others, by you challenging them and by you not giving them everything that they want, and by you at sometimes giving them space, is actually a way for them to be able to cultivate more of that light within themselves. Because if they're constantly needing and needing and needing and needing, eventually, again, it creates this like unhealthy codependent relationship. And so it's important for us to even be able to reflect within our own heart. It's okay to be able to ask for help, but is it beneficial for us to constantly be expecting others to do things for us, and to constantly be expecting, to constantly be off putting our own responsibilities onto others. You made me feel this way. You're the reason I can't trust this person and do this and do that and da 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 da. And then in the meantime, it's like, dude, like look inwards, like look at yourself, like turn that attention into who you are, and send love in that place, and being able to send love in the place where you can actually like dive deeper into your own shadows and your own darkness, and observe that, like simply through that, in the case where again you are merely an observer in this case and is out of your control in relation to others, much within yourself, you can't do the healing for another person, but you can hold the space for them to be able to do it themselves. And when you really just continue to open up to this, it really shifts people out of this this addiction they have to this victimhood archetype. Excuse me, got a strawberry seed in my throat here from my smoothie. Again, if anything I say is resonating with you, drop an 1111 in the chat. I'll go a little bit further and then I'll have to pace myself. But again, anyone you know can receive this loving form of healing energy, purely sending from your heart with a celestial realm of 100% pure light, can alter the lower energies into a higher frequency, helping those experience hardships at a tougher time. I love the idea that, like sometimes for others who may be going through challenges, and for our friends, simply to be able to, one of the best ways to be able to help them isn't to suddenly like rush in and be the hero, but it's to be able to let them know that your presence is there. Hey, if you need me for something, feel free to reach out to me. If you need to talk, feel free to reach out to me. Instead of just coming in and saying like, hey, you got a problem? Let me solve it for you. And when you allow yourself to do that, even from a distance, what you want to be able to do is, from a wisdom within your heart that is, again, an embodiment of love and light, you want to be able to reflect on following the path that is greatest, that is for the highest growth of yourself and the other. And so that path of the greatest and highest growth will be one that probably will be a little bit challenging. And so even though you can't walk that path for them, from a quantum level, you can still be able to hold them in that light. This is where you start getting into like energy and Reiki and everything like that. So, I've had this situation in throughout experiences of my life where, someone was going through something and I literally couldn't help them. The best thing that I could do was to actually remove myself from the situation. But that didn't stop me from actually caring, but it did remove a bit of me focusing on worrying. And then from that, even in my meditation, I would just take a few moments where I would just kind of like take a moment to really just meditate on feeling them and just holding them in my heart, and just kind of like imagining them surrounded with this beautiful light, and just sending them well wishes and hoping for the best, and just loving them deeply from a distance. And that's okay. And I think we need to be reminded of ourselves that, like the power of visualization and attention is oftentimes more powerful than we even give it credit for. So with this card, again, this is a very, very powerful card that really just reminds each and every single one of us that, we are quantum carriers of this infinite light. And how do we wield it? How do we wield it? How do we wield it in a way that's going to create the highest growth for all? And how do we do it in a way where we make sure it's balanced, where we're not, constantly focusing on saving others to the point where we're not nurturing ourselves? What we want to do, as we've said before, is again to be able to fill your cup, and then to the point where you actually like help others from the saucer. So you fill the cup and it goes onto the saucer, and then you pour from the saucer into others' cup, and your cup in itself is in a constant state of overflow. If you're constantly giving to others, your cup's going to be drained, and then who's going to take care of you? So the best thing you can do is, again, to be able to like cultivate that overflow within your own self through your own connection of love and light, and connecting to that, and paying attention to the basic things, and the diet, and the time you spend in nature, and your exercise, and doing creative things, and surrounding yourself with other people, to the point where, again, you're in this perpetual embodiment of love and light. And then you're helping others do the same. You're helping teach others how to do the same. You're helping show others that this 0 point space of love and light is something that is literally within inside of them. So what you want to be able to do is, again, be able to serve as a sacred mirror, be able to serve as someone who is a space holder for those who may be going through challenges, to find comfort and resilience in knowing that they have everything inside of them that they need, but at the same time, you know, it's okay for them to still be able to ask for help and for you to still be able to be there, but how are you helping them? And are you helping them in a way that is serving their highest purpose, that is balance? Are you helping them too much? Do they need to be helped in the way that you're helping them? What would actually help them the most? How do you help them towards a path that is, again, shifting them out of this victimhood mentality? Can you be there to be able to help facilitate their healing simply by doing very little, simply through the presence of you being there, but then you just reassuring them that, you know, what they need is again something that they already hold within inside them. So again, I'm kind of like diving into this in a way where I feel like this is a card that I think can speak to a lot of us, because a lot of people are undeniably, again, you know, like dealing with certain traumas and griefs. And I think one of the most important things here is everyone heals in their own time. And it's important to respect to be given in this moment. Don't rush someone else's healing. And at the same time, don't rush your own healing. What we identify as a healing could very well be the process of the caterpillar going into the chrysalis and emerging the butterfly. So what happens, you know, if you were to take a caterpillar and then it goes into the cocoon, the chrysalis, and if you were to try and help it, if you were to try and open it up, it would actually kill the caterpillar. You have to let the caterpillar do it itself. You know, again, it's kind of a simple metaphor, but growth takes time. Healing takes time. Healing is growth. And so just allow yourself to see this card as a very powerful reminder to, first of all, know that love and light is your birth, is like literally who you are. You're nothing less than like these like higher dimensional frequencies of love and light playing this game of this like physical form. And then again, to bring more mindfulness into the ways that you're bringing it out into the world, and not just in the process of healing, but again, in the process of inspiring. So as a call to action, you know, how can you continue to bring more love and light into the reality around you through the relationships that you share, through the art that you create, through the conversations you have, through the community you build, through the love that you're continuing to just kind of like emanate out into this world. Each and every single one of us literally is a portal for this love and light. And this is where we get into the concept of being light guardians and, again, light workers and everything like that. So if this card resonates with you, drop an 1111 in the chat. Absolutely. Acting with care, acting with compassion, having compassion for ourselves and others. And yeah, I think there's being open to being able to understand that growth and healing in itself takes time. And simply by just being able to kind of like hold it in that love and trusting that process is enough, you know? So yeah, if this resonates with you, go ahead and leave a comment 1111 in the chat. I'm just gonna kind of take a break here. I just gotta pace my energy, and we'll take a moment here to be able to write out a little affirmation. And I hope this card is a card that just kind of, again, nurtures something within your heart, nurtures you, again, just kind of like being able to hear something that reminds you of the light and the love that you carry within inside of yourself. So I appreciate each and every single one of you for, again, just continuing to be beacons for that light and that love. So as cliche it is, it's not always about going around and shooting rainbows out of our butts. I'll tell you that. Like literally expressing love and light and bringing love and this light in this world can sometimes be a very loud thing. And then other times it can be a very gentle thing, a very quiet thing. It can just literally be the presence. So I think that's a powerful idea, that sometimes, you know, the best way we can help others is simply by just being able to let them know that our presence is there to support them energetically without doing the work for them, and then allowing themselves to see themselves do the work. So again, if that resonates with you, drop some 1111s in the chat. Write out a little affirmation based on how this card speaks to you. You can do an I am or a we are affirmation or whatever else is on your heart right now. So for myself in this card, I am continuing to cultivate my awareness of my being as nothing less than love and of light, and I'm continuing to bring more of this out into the world to be able to help support and assist others through their own journey of healing and growth by encouraging and reminding them of the power and the strength and the resilience that they have within themselves to do so. So it is. So cool. Awesome. Jessica, thank you so much for your contributions. Thank you so much, everyone, for just being here to be able to receive that message. And yeah, this has been an awesome broadcast, doing some more tarot readings. For those of you, again, who are tuned in right now, feel free to leave a little affirmation in the chat based on the reading of that card. Jessica, if you want me to send you the write-up for that card, just send me a direct message on Instagram and I can do that as well. We'll take a quick little intermission here. That may be our last reading for today. We can do at least one more reading based on the time that I have. If anybody would like to be able to do so by contributing on the PayPal or Patreon. And yeah, we'll give it a few moments and then we'll see what's up. And if that was the last reading for today, that's totally cool. And I thank everybody again for joining in and being here with us today. So, and we'll be back here again 11 a.m. EDT tomorrow. And yeah, I'd love to be able to get one Patreon sign up before the end of today, if possible. If not, no big deal. And if you guys want to sign up for the Patreon on another day, that's totally cool with me. And again, when you sign up at the $33 level, you can get a monthly one-on-one session with me as well. And if you guys do want to book any individual one-on-one sessions with me, just send me a direct message on Instagram, and that's available for $30. And yeah, super excited to be able to just hang out with more people. And thank you guys again for adding your energy. So Jessica, if that resonated with you, go ahead and let us know. And anybody else who just has any comments in the chat. I know it's a little bit quiet right now since we're getting close to wrapping things up. So awesome. Sweet. Carly, thank you again for your support on Twitch. Appreciate it. I'm just going to take a bit of a break here. So, Carly's channel. Aw, Carly is hosting me. Thanks, Carly. Awesome. Jessica, thank you again. Seeing the 1111 in the chat there. Cool. Beautiful. All right, team. Well, that might be our last reading for today. Again, if anybody else would like one more reading, go ahead and let us know. Cool. Thanks, Carly. Yeah, I think I followed Cosmic. Let me check them out right now. Because yeah, I think what I want to be able to do is focus on again, just kind of like connecting with some of the other tarot creators on Twitch. Yeah, I saw what he was doing. He's doing yeah, like the sound healing stuff. That's super cool. I saw his broadcast. Super cool how he's doing that. I love it. He's like doing ASMR as well. Super cool. Ugh. Awesome. Thank you, Carly. I'll definitely take some notes. Yeah, he's got a pretty good following on Twitch too. And he's hilarious. That's perfect. That's what you want. You want like a good streamer who's like relatable and pretty lighthearted. So literally lighthearted. So cool. Awesome. Jessica, thank you again for your contribution. Super appreciate you tuning in. And cool. Well, Carly, if you have any suggestions on how to be able to possibly connect with him further, feel free to let me know. I can always just send him a direct message on Instagram and stuff like that. So thanks, Carly. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for things that you would like to see me do on a broadcast, be it Twitch or otherwise, yeah, I'm always open to it. Always looking to be able to, again, this is just kind of like our first week into this. So I want to be able to like build momentum through this over time. And we're going to keep working towards our milestone goals on Patreon. So thank you again to those of you who support on Patreon. Thank you again to those of you who support in all forums simply by being tuned in. Your presence is super appreciated. And yeah, I think we'll probably give it a few more minutes and then we'll decide if we're ready to be able to wrap up the broadcast for today. So again, if anybody, I can do at least one more reading. Yeah, I would love to do some collaboration stuff. Excuse me. Okay. All right. For those of you on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, if you guys would like to be able to help support one more reading for the community, again, you can contribute to the PayPal or the Patreon, whatever works for you. And I got time for at least one more reading, and then after that, we will wrap it up. And otherwise, we'll take a few minutes here, and then we'll just wind down, and then we'll be done. And yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on what they would like to see me do on Twitch, please feel free to let me know. I was gaming on Twitch earlier. Me and Lacey have been playing a game called 7 Days, 7 Days to Die. It's like a zombie like building, like kind of like crafting. It's not like Minecraft, but it is like Minecraft, but it's like super cool. That's like been like our like go-to in the evening, has been playing that. And it's like a persistent world building game. So like you go into it and it's like day after day after day. Right now we're on like day 10 and we had our first like horde night, our blood moon the other day, and it was like super super fun. So we survived too. We survived it. So excuse me, team. All right. All right, team. I think we're about ready to be able to wrap this up. For those of you on Twitch, if you're tuning in now, we're just getting close to the end of the stream. Again, if anybody would like to be able to jump on for one last minute reading, go ahead and join on the Patreon or the PayPal contributions there. And again, if anybody wants to be able to order any Light Guardian crystals, Carly, do you still got your Light Guardian crystal? If you need to get more batteries, they have the batteries usually at like dollar stores inside the little finger lights. But yeah, if anybody wants to order any of the Light Guardian crystals, send me a direct message, and I can always send you a discount code as well. So, Carly, you're at what level are you on Patreon right now? Because yeah, if you want to upgrade your Patreon, then we can send you another one, and that's totally cool with me. Like whatever works, whatever. And then I need to get more buttons too. I need to stock up on buttons. I'm waiting to be able to earn some funds so I can purchase some more button supplies. Right now I'm like low on buttons, so I'm not promoting the buttons right now. So, but yeah. Yeah, again, for those of you on all platforms, the $33 level on Patreon is definitely one that we recommend, and that's where you can get a complimentary Light Guardian crystal. Just help pay shipping, and we can send that to you. And again, these are handmade tools, just as like super cool trinkets. A lot of people have them, and they love them, and I love like being able to like see them in the dark and stuff. So yeah, you got some good buttons. That's right. Kristen took a bunch of the buttons to the Ascended event as well, and she was handing them out. That was fun to see. So cool. All right. For anybody here, if you guys are thinking of signing up for the Patreon or upgrading your Patreon in the future, do me a favor, drop a 555 in the comment, let me know. And yeah, we got some cool events coming up. We got the Druid and Mystic Dream Circle coming up with Lacey and I on September 11th. So if you're looking to be able to join our dream discussion, that's going to be coming up soon for Patreon supporters. I'll be putting out some posts and stuff about that. So I'm hoping a lot of people will be able to be like, whoa, like I want to be a part of that. Because I know Lacey and I, like, we got like a bunch of fans. A lot of people are like pretty big fans of Lacey and I, which is great to see. So we're like, yeah, like come join our dream discussion. And again, the support on the Patreon, like basically like me and Lacey, we obviously like just like share what our funds are. So like anything that I'm building through the Patreon just goes into supporting her and helping all of us out as well. So she's at work right now. She works at a restaurant, and then I'm at home right now hustling doing the tarot readings. So, but we'll get closer wrapping this up here. Again, if anybody wants to be able to even just reach out for individual readings, again, I do offer those through private sessions. And if you do want to sign up for the Patreon or the PayPal, you can do that as well. And I'll post a link for those into the chats as well. And I would definitely invite people to check out the $11 level on Patreon or the $33 level if you guys are in a situation to do so. There are higher levels. There's like a $99 level. That's where you get like a free Lumerian Light Guardian crystal as well. So cool. All right. Last call on anyone who would like to be able to receive an on-air reading. And yeah, thank you guys again. This was awesome. We have 21 followers on Twitch. I'll still be working to be able to build up the Twitch over time. So okay, cool. Looks good. Excuse me. All right, I think we're about ready to wrap it up. I'm gonna go get some food in my belly and take care of a few things, and then we'll be back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. EDT. Some days I'll be going live in the evening, but that'll be kind of like impromptu and stuff. Just kind of depends on the schedule. So cool. All right, team. Thank you so much for those of you who have tuned in. We'll wrap up this broadcast. Let's work towards those Patreon goals another day. And again, if you want to sign up for the Patreon at any point, please feel free to do that. Links are in the info for this video, as well as in my profile link on Instagram and TikTok. And we'll be back again for some more Inspirational Team Tarot Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. EDT. So please feel free to tell your friends and come hang out and see what messages the universe has in store for us. Carly, thank you again for joining in. And thank you, as always, for each and every single one of you for adding your contributions and, yeah, just for embodying the light that you carry and bring out into this world. Jessica, thank you. Sam, thank you. Ailna, thank you. And yes, until next time. So I look forward to seeing you guys around, and we'll wrap it up there. And again, if you guys want links to my item shop, Patreon, PayPal, you guys know how to find it. And feel free to send me a DM if you just want to be able to reach out and set anything up through there. So cool. All right, concluding broadcast now on all platforms. Thank you guys so much. Have an awesome rest of your day. And yeah, as always, keep it shifty. Sending you guys so much love. Talk to you guys later. Feel free to leave comments in the Discord channel. Pew, pew, pew. Talk to you soon.